she say she want hood nigga. I keep the perk by the pound. The trunk stay bumped and y'all know we run the town. Hood nigga. And I keep a bad bitch around. Thick bitch, long hair, yellow, white, red, brown. Hood nigga. And my Chevy sitting on 24s. Flats look like flapjack. Pancake, you ain't no hood nigga. I'ma play the game how it go. They can take me out the hood, but I'ma keep it hood, folks. I'm on that good and alcohol. I got some down bitches I can't call. What's that? I don't know what I would do without y'all. I'ma fall till the day I fall. Yeah, long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate long as my bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate long as these bitches love me. I can give a darn about no hate long as these bitches love me. I'm on that. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this country shit. Country shit. Country shit. Let me tell you about this super fly, dirt coast muddy water. Shorty, pop that pussy if you wanna. Let me tell you about this old school pouring lean, candy yams and collard greens, pocket full of stones, riding clean.
Well, I'm just one parlay away from a new house, new car. I'm just one parlay away. Trust I'ma take us far. I'm just one parlay away. One parlay away. One parlay away. Oh, I took the Chiefs on over, took my homes on yards. Everything is going good so far. Lakers beating the Knicks. Spread is only 6. 2 minutes left in the game, baby. I'm about to hit. Ow!
I need out, yeah, I need out. Blood pressure higher than a body count. Tomorrow she has to go. She's a mama. I think I married a hoe. Married a hoe. I said, mama, I think I married a hoe. I made a mistake, mama. No, oh no. I want you. A man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. All these hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal. When a rich brother wants you and your man can't do nothing for you. All these hoes ain't loyal. Ain't loyal. Whoa, these hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. These hoes ain't loyal. 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 These hoes ain't loyal.
welcome back, y'all, to another episode on JVJ Network. I am your host. Let's talk with JVJ. I got to stop looking at this camera because we're working on this camera now, y'all. I hope y'all like the way this one look better. Somebody told me it look a little bit clearer. But yeah, man, we about to get into it. On y'all way in here, man. As usual, man. Hit that like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the bag of chips. We trying to grow around here, but we got to talk about it. And y'all, we are gonna start transitioning a little bit to doing more midday streams compared to doing the night ones because your boy got a new gig, so I be out and about a little bit, so I can't really be up in here late at night getting it going. But you know what it is. And shout out to my boy Hurricane in the building. He said, public service announcement: the system is against us, so protect yourself. Viva la revolution. And pretty much he hitting it on the head. What we about to get into today. He hitting on what we about to get into today because for the people that have their eyes open and for the people that are blind, this country and the people in it, especially from certain communities, are letting us know right now. They're making it perfectly clear. Your life ain't valued. And it don't matter what anybody else does to you. You don't even really have the right to defend yourself or the right to run away. They're showing you that they do not care. They're showing you that they do not care, and they will do it right in your face. And we gotta be mindful of that. We gotta be mindful of that. So we're gonna go through a few videos to try to reiterate that thought so people can actually understand what I'm talking about. Because some people are oblivious, y'all. I ain't even gonna trip. Some people are oblivious to what the hell be going on in this country. They're oblivious to the things that we say. But the only good thing that we have going for us now, because this ain't like back in the 50s and the 60s or whatever the hell, even the 40s and the 30s and all that, when Black people were saying these things are happening to us, these people are doing these things to us. And you know what the excuse was always, or at least the response? Oh, y'all need to stop complaining. Y'all just need to pick yourselves up by your bootstraps, stop being a victim, and keep going. Well, we got technology now. Even though, you know, people were sending around postcards of hangings while they were sitting there eating a potato salad with raisins and shit and sending it to their family members. And we all know that was going around. We have camera now. We have camera, we have audio, we have video, we have everything we need. So we're going to go through a few videos and we're going to talk about it. Y'all. Hurricane said, just found out half of the country read at a 6th grade level and below. We cook. Yeah, hey, look, a lot of dummies out here. I ain't gonna lie, I might even give y'all a story of a situation I had yesterday with people trying to play the police, but they ain't the police. And I'm actually disappointed in myself. But I might get to that a little bit later. But look, we're going to start off real quick, like, because I'm going to address, before I even go to another community and talk about the things that they've been saying and doing, I'm going to talk about ours real quick, like, because even in this community, we have, what's the saying? All skin folk ain't kinfolk. We got a lot of people out here that look just like me and you, and all their entire objective is to bring down the community that they come from. That's all it is. And the people on the other side will say, oh, no, they're just being truth speakers. No, they're just saying the racist ass shit that you want to say, and you needed them to say it for you. But if y'all listen to Nick Fuentes said, they don't need y'all no more. They don't need y'all no more. But we still have these actors out here playing their role. And we're going to start off with one of the big ones right now. The Captain Bag Chaser. The Captain Cheat on My Wife, but I'm a certified Christian. The motherfucking tap dancing and coon ass motherfucker, y'all all know him by the name of Anton motherfucking Daniels. And literally, y'all, it got to the point where O'Shea Duke Jackson had to say something about it. O'Shea had to say something about this motherfucker. And we're going to react to Jew talking about it. Shout out to Jew Almighty. Look, y'all, as usual, man, get your cigarettes, get your weed, whatever you need, popcorn, eggs, bacon, and whatever grits, because you know we're doing it at a different time, so y'all might be doing different shit around this time. We about to get into this video, so if y'all ready, I'm ready, man. Let's go ahead and jump into this first one and see what we got.
O'Shea Duke Jackson just called out Anton Daniels.
Clearly, we can understand that Anton has a level of academic intelligence because it shows. It is just bigotry after bigotry after bigotry.
Who is one of the most anti-black creators on YouTube, right along with the Cartier family and the Hodge twins.
And actually, we're supporting and upholding prejudice, bias, and racist views that does not have any place in society. And is one of the reasons why we need to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion and start making it merit-based.
And Anton Daniels weirdly used the sentencing of Carmelo Anthony to demonize and attack the black community like he always does.
For years, I've been at the top of the mountaintop preaching this message. Everything that he says, there is not one thing from the single mother households to the lack of accountability to participation of fathers inside of the home.
But O'Shea absolutely cooked.
And y'all see how he already starting off from the single mother households. We do have an issue in the black community with our women and our men not staying together after they procreate and have kids. And I would say Because we got to talk about solutions. A lot of y'all guys, because I'm not even gonna say nothing to the women. They gonna let you do what they do, and then they gonna blame you afterwards, and they can get a pass on that one. Gentlemen, strap that shit the fuck up, or get very good with pullout game. Because I know a lot of these girls want to get hit raw. They want to get hit raw. They sit around and say these guys got them pregnant. When they open up their legs, knowing good and goddamn well you got a condom on. And I done seen girls literally tell me personally, I go grab a condom. They like, what you putting that on for? I'm like, either this going on or we ain't fucking. And then we go about the process of putting that thing on and get to it. But a lot of girls do not like condoms. They say it makes them itch and things of that sort. But gentlemen, you got to protect yourself. You got to be smart. But yeah, the single mother household, single family household shit, we do have an issue with that. But when it talks about the lack of fathers, that's a bold-faced ass lie. The FBI came out, or the CDC came out about this. Black men are the most involved fathers out of every race of men. So I don't understand the point of perpetuating that lie. But Anton's gonna do what Anton does.
I'm calling out his contradictions, hypocrisies, and just straight up grift at this point.
Anton Daniels says, oh, he's a free thinker. He knows a lot about the case. He researched the case. He doesn't know anything that he's talking about. And that is the real point with guys who are just anti-black.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it.
On June 9, 2026, Carmelo Anthony was convicted of first-degree murder, and subsequently in the same day of the verdict was issued a 35-year sentence. Now here in Black YouTube, this is a very popular topic, and even if I'm making videos on anything else, people are commenting about the case. And that brings me to this comment here. Anton Daniels has a new video up titled Black Culture Failed Cyrus and Carmelo. Should be interesting. Not Anton Daniels being anti-black again. Got him! So I type in the video.
I mean, yeah, that's his whole channel, man. Anti-Daniels is just so anti-black. Right, like I said, right along with the Cartier family, it's black fatigue this, black fatigue that. Everything is bad about the black community, but they never criticize anybody else. They have no smoke for white people at all. It's just highlighting every single world problem and trying to connect it back to the black community. It's 100% a grift, and they just provide a safe space for racists in their comment section.
And I had to check out what...
Well, look, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all a prime example of what he's actually talking about. The Cyrus Carmichael, the case where Charles shot that young 14-year-old boy in the back, that got more energy and more attention. The Carmelo Anthony case got more attention, more play on the internet than any of these motherfucking mass shooters. When we see these kids go up into these schools and murk 30, 20, 40 people at a time, when they go and shoot up a church, way more energy. Way more energy. And it's amazing. One person might be gone. Nah, we gonna give that all the energy. 30 people gone, that ain't nothing, man. We bomb schools full of girls in this country. That's why they don't care about mass murder. They care about individual fact murder. One person get gone, oh yeah, now we need to blow this out of proportion. We need to blow it out of proportion. But we can drop nukes and all this stuff. We can start wars in countries that are illegal. We can kidnap people from other countries and stuff. We don't want to really talk about that too much. Come on, look at the stock market. But this shit right here, oh Lord, we need to yell from the mountaintops how bad this is. Look at these black people. It's amazing to me.
What he was saying. So Anton Daniels doesn't create content like me. He just reacts to other people's original content on the internet. And that brings me to this.
Was that a shot? Did he just call that man lazy?
He was reacting to a person that had an opinion on the Cyrus Carmack Belton case. And
secondly, why you in a stove taking water, putting it back, you looking suspicious.
That's a stupid thing to say. That boy looked suspicious to them as soon as he walked in the store. They told him to put his book bag down. He couldn't bring his book bag in the store. He did that, and then they immediately started following him around from jump. At least the wife did, while the son watched from the register.
Once again, y'all, video does not lie. But also, we do know now, it don't even matter if they got video. Because if somebody already has their mind made up, they have a bias already put onto your people because it's been passed down from their family members. All these people that say, I ain't got nothing to do with it, they were taught the shit at home and they teach it to their same damn kids. It don't matter that we got video to prove everything that they accuse this young man of to be false. It just matters about how the preconceived notions that they already had and they stuck with it. That's the crazy part about this.
Yeah, so that's it. That needs to put on the ice cream test. Yeah.
She told him you can't have a book bag. So he put the book bag down by the front. As soon as he walked in, they were already watching him and already on him. She's watching. Both of them. He's watching from right here. She goes around the store to watch him, to act like she's doing something, but it's all to watch her.
And I'm gonna tell y'all this, y'all. If y'all ever go into a store, because you know a lot of these stores are ran by Asian folks, Arabs, some Africans, people of other ethnicities. It ain't really a lot of black ran gas stations around here because you know they don't really like to give us loans to open up businesses in our neighborhoods. You know, I ain't supposed to bring that up, but you know that's actually a historical fact. If you start seeing them motherfuckers look at you like that, man, go to another store, bro. Fuck them. Don't spend none of your fucking money with these people. If they want to fucking profile you from the get-go, walk the fuck up out their store. Walk the fuck up out their store, bro. Let them motherfuckers figure it out.
She goes in this corner, does nothing. She goes right here and starts fixing chips that there was nothing wrong with, just to keep him in her line of sight.
And see, it's crazy. They saying, Anton and the other black dude saying this is suspicious. You know how many times I go in the gas station and I'm waiting in line, and you know you waiting in the line, might be 3-4 people in line, and you look around, it's like people just walking around looking for stuff. I'm talking about whether I'm on the white side of town, the Asian side of town, the black side of town, the Hispanic side of town. People come in and window shop for what they want. But you don't see other groups getting watched like this. Just, and they swear I guess they, in their mind, black people are the only ones who steal. I guess all this insider trading and all these goddamn Ponzi schemes and fraud cases on Wall Street happen to be all black, right? But even though we ain't smart enough, we ain't got jobs. Make it make sense, y'all.
Look at this. She's doing nothing. She's doing nothing but following him around.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I downloaded one of those games. I ain't gonna bullshit. That shit got boring after 5 minutes. Don't download that shit.
And now at this point, just standing there and staring at this 14-year-old boy. She's accusing him of stealing the water right now, which he didn't. He was suspicious no matter what he did, and he didn't do anything wrong. He took waters out of the fridge, put the waters back, didn't steal anything, and still got falsely accused of stealing. So I can already tell what type of dumbass video this is about to be.
Now I know a lot of people gonna say, well, the store owner and his son shouldn't have ran him down or chased him. Well, I think you got to look into the laws that's out there. You are able to do that in those different states.
What different states? He already sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about. You got to look into the laws. It is no law in any state saying you can falsely accuse somebody of stealing, then chase them out of your store 130 yards away from your store and have a physical confrontation. He sounds like he's talking out the side of his neck.
Now, while this guy was giving this commentary, did you guys notice Anton Daniels' facial and nodding expressions? He even rolled his eyes to the utmost corner as if this guy was speaking fact.
He be calling people sassy.
First of all right, it's so much sass in this fucking video. It's insane.
He out here rolling his eyes like somebody gave him a compliment.
Well,
and I will tell y'all this because a lot of people been calling it out. Like, dude, I'm trying to tell y'all, the coons, the white supremacists, the racists, they argue like women. They get logic like women. I'm not saying all y'all ladies, so ladies don't come and try to chop me down. But it's more of an emotional argument compared to a logical one. To be racist, it's just the dumbest thing in the world. You got a problem with colors? You got a problem with colors. Amazing.
let's see if he was. The first thing the guy says, why are you in the store putting back these bottles, making yourself look suspicious? That's the first argument. The issue with this is Cyrus Carmack Belton left his backpack at the counter. And it's very difficult to have 4 bottles of water on your person. It's very difficult to hide that. It's very difficult to steal that. I don't care if they're big water bottles or small water bottles. It's impossible to steal 4 when your bag is at the counter.
He was on camera literally returning the water bottles. He did not steal a water bottle. And again, he was suspicious to them as soon as he walked in the store. The wife followed him around the store. And then by the time he got over there by the fridge, she just came and stood by that Fiji box and was watching him.
So whether you felt that he was looking suspicious or not, the reality is that Cyrus Carmack Belton didn't have the water bottles on him.
Facts.
The second point he would try to make is they can chase you in different states. Let's say if this is true. Well, you can chase somebody if they have actually stolen something. In the case of Cyrus Carmack,
even that, once somebody leaves store property, that parking lot, you can't chase them.
Belton, they had no reason to chase him because they made a mistake. They thought he stole some water. He did not. The product was still there in the store. So now what you're talking about is that somebody looks suspicious but that is subjective. Could he have been looking suspicious just because he was black? But the argument doesn't hold water. As you can see, the logic doesn't make sense. And that's the main reason why Anton Daniels selected this clip. However,
Thirdly, what got the boy actually shot was because he had a gun on. He dropped the gun in the midst of running and turned around and pointed the gun. So bam, he ended up getting.
That's not what happened at all. And the defense attorney and the woman that did the autopsy said that it was impossible for him to have been pointing a gun with the direction that the bullets went through his back.
Prosecutors asked if it would have.
And see, that's something that really irritates me. And that's why I would kick this motherfucker, that him, Anton, Anton already been excommunicado from coming to the cookout. All y'all other niggas that think just because y'all can get some money from him, he can get you on there and get your little couple dollars in your pocket, you'll disregard that. You will sell out, don't come to the cookout either. But this other dude talking, you out here speaking on something, talking as if it's fact. You did not watch the trial. We have so many people. Every time we have issues like that come up like these racially charged court cases, they don't watch anything pertaining to the trial. They don't know anything about the evidence. They're just on the internet talking. They might have saw somebody on TikTok say something. They saw somebody on YouTube say something. They saw somebody on Facebook say something, and they just go repeat it. They go repeat it. It's the same issue that I was having when we had conversations about this illegal immigration and MS-13 and Trinidad, Iraq. You know, I can't say it. Trump can't say it either, so don't say nothing to me. It's like, are y'all even looking this stuff up? Oh, black fathers are not in their kids' lives. Look at the numbers, bitch. There's data, there's facts, there's evidence out here to disprove what you're saying. But these people say it with the vigor. They just be beating on their chest when they saying it, and they could be no further from the truth. It's crazy how we got so many people out here that are ignorant and dumb. You have a fucking computer in your fucking pocket. I got 2 of these bitches right here. I got 2 of these hoes right here. Motherfucker, you got a tablet, you got a laptop, you got all this different technology you can use. And these motherfuckers choose not to. Ignorant as hell because they already have a preconceived notion in their mind. The bias about a group of people is already there. So nothing you can say, nothing you can show them will prove anything wrong. Go to the Trump rallies when I cover them Trump rally videos. They'll hit a motherfucker with a great contradiction. To the point where them motherfuckers said if Jesus came the legal way, they would let him into America. The Son of God. And for other people that don't believe in religion, that's fine. Those people say they do. And the motherfucker asked them when it pertained to immigration, if Jesus Christ came back, would you allow him into the country? And the bitch said, if he comes the legal way. Think about that. Think about that.
Been possible for Cyrus to have been.
Ah, shit, my bad, y'all. I'm fucking clicking on shit. Clicking on shit. And the funny thing about it is, y'all, they wouldn't let Jesus back into. They wouldn't let Jesus in this country because they were like, he's not white. See, yeah, because Jesus wasn't white, bruh. He wasn't white. Damn, you go commercial and commercial. My bad, y'all. I'm clicking on shit. Yeah, commercials now.
take the gun off of safety, try to aim at the target in order to shoot somebody.
Right, because keep in mind, they were running for 130 yards. If you're running at full speed for 130 yards and something drops out of your pocket, because we assume that's where the gun was in his front pocket, which is why it was so heavy. By the time it dropped, if he's running at full speed, he can't just stop, instantly pick up the gun, turn around and aim it, which never happened. That's old propaganda bullshit. That never happened. But just like O'Shea said, it would be a whole scenario where he has to stop, turn around, go back, pick up the gun point. And even that doesn't match what the autopsy said of how he got shot in his back.
From Dr. Amy Durso, the forensic pathologist who performed Cyrus's autopsy. She walked jurors through the bullet's path through his body, using x-rays and a courtroom demonstration to explain what positioning would be consistent with the trajectory she observed.
To expect this trajectory, would it be consistent with somebody running away in a runner's stance with their back directly toward you?
Yes.
He wouldn't have been able to do any of that.
Now, according to...
And know what the funny thing is? Even before hearing the trial, but hearing how he was shot, where he was shot, basic logic would tell you that this person didn't turn around and point a gun. Unless they think he like John Wick or something, like, you know, that scene with John Wick on the motorcycle going around, he take the gun out there. Like, that's the only way you can even get that across. But y'all telling me a 14-year-old who can't even run straight, done ran out his shoes and dropped his cell phone and failed twice, is magically pulling John Wick shots. The logic didn't matter. The facts didn't matter. He was black. And that's an issue that we're going to have to address in this country. I don't care how many people want to keep sitting around talking about we're past these things. We can never get past these things if you keep seeing bullshit like this happen. Like, fuck, man. I understand you don't want to send a old Asian person to jail over the murder of a black child. But motherfucker, sometimes you got to do things that you don't want to do because we're supposed to be doing what's right, not for how you feel. But this country has a great feeling about black people. And when it comes to black people, think about it. When it comes to black people, logic goes out the window, y'all. Logic goes out the window. That nigga jumped 20 stories and grabbed that girl. It's like, dude, there's no access into the building. He ain't no ladder on the side. Well, we still think he did it. I don't care if it's physically impossible. They do physically impossible things all the time. That's just a mindset. It's crazy as hell. They think we vulture mics around this bitch. Well, at least the Asian folks do.
To what this guy was saying, none of that is humanly possible. But right. Anton Daniels cannot even understand that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just complete bias. So how valuable does Anton Daniels believe that this guy's discussion is?
This is one of the rare black people that I've seen that has some kind of critical thinking skills, that is thinking outside of the narrative, thinking outside of the talking points. I'm assuming maybe he even watched a little bit of the trial so that he can get the details.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
Anton Daniels is such an Uncle Ruckus. He did that exact same thing when that HBCU ran those MAGA kids off of their campus. He cherry-picked clips of other anti-black people attacking the black students, didn't know what they were talking about, and agreed with them to demonize the students there.
Girls cut their hair off. They got these septum rings, and they talking about white supremacy this, white supremacy that. All that money donated to the HBCUs. Trump allocating all that money. And what do you get from that? You get septum ring piercings. You get crippling student loan debt.
It's 100% a reason that Anton Daniels chose this as the first video to respond to the MAGA kids getting chased off campus.
I agree 100% with what he says, because all of this stuff is stuff that I say on a regular basis.
And the one clip that he used where the person didn't agree with him, he just kept calling the guy sassy and then ignored all of his points.
Anton Daniels says, oh, he's a free thinker. He knows a lot about the case. He researched the case.
Hey, shout out to the editors.
The guy's a freaking...
And y'all notice that a lot of them folks that went over and voted, like a lot of the black commentators that were trying to convince a lot of black people to go and vote Republican. Yeah, you a free thinker. You thought the Democrats and Kamala were going to do y'all so wrong or weren't going to do nothing for you. Well, Trump did do some shit for you. You see who was the first motherfuckers to get fired. You see who historical contributions to this country were getting taken away. You see who was first in line. But you a free thinker, right? Yeah, you free thinking. You free thinking like a dummy.
Idiot. He doesn't know anything that he's talking about. And that is the real point with guys who are just anti-black. They pick the dumbest people to react to. It's obvious that the guy has no level of academic intelligence. Clearly, we can understand that Anton has no level of academic intelligence because it shows. And it's just bigotry after bigotry after bigotry after bias after bias after bias, just to prove your point as to what you're talking to. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody is biased to their opinion. But this is complete bias to the point that it serves no real value to an audience that's clearly thinking and hearing what the person is talking about. Now, what this guy will try to do in talking about Cyrus Carmack Belton and also Carmelo Anthony, which is what Anton would try to put in the title, is that the reason why Cyrus Carmack Belton and Carmelo Anthony failed was because of this.
You know what we do promote? Sliding, gang banging, drug dealing, this whole mentality that these young women are teaching these little girls. That's what we pride. That's what we teach our kids. And we wonder why they be in these type of situations.
Nothing he's talking about had anything to do with Cyrus or Carmelo. Carmelo was a captain in 2 sports, and that incident that unfortunately happened with him was at a school function, at a track event. So nothing he's saying applies to Carmelo. Maybe you can say some of that about Cyrus, like buying into the street hype because he had a gun on him. But at the same time, that situation didn't happen to him because he had a gun on him. They racially profiled him off rip, followed him around the store, accused him of stealing when he didn't, and then chased after him with a gun on them before they even knew he had a gun or was involved in anything. So none of those apply.
So let's examine this claim because it is important. All we promote, sliding, gang banging, drug dealing, the whole mentality of these young women are teaching these little girls. That's what we pride. That's what we teach our kids. Now, we can't say that for Carmelo Anthony. He was the captain for his high school football and track and field teams. He had a 3.7 GPA, which means that he was highly recruitable for college programs. Now, in the case of Cyrus Carmack Belton, yes, he does seem to be going down the wrong path, but neither of those things have anything to do as to why they died.
Right.
Cyrus Carmack Belton died. He tried to flee the situation. And so
Right. At no point did he pull a gun out on them. At no point did he stop, turn around, and try to shoot them. Even if he had that gun on him and that's what he was going to do, he wouldn't have run off in the first place.
somebody was chasing him that had no business chasing him. He didn't pull the gun out on anybody in the store. And in the case of Carmelo Anthony, he got convicted largely because the prosecution was able to kind of show the world that maybe it wasn't self-defense, as he said.
And the defense was ass.
Straight trash. Straight trash. Straight trash. His defense, straight trash.
This is the coolest keyboard I've ever had. First up, it is super compact. The whole keyboard fits into the small bag.
But again,
I ain't gonna lie, man. He just showed me something. I played the piano, y'all. Now I want to know what that ad was. I'm gonna have to check Temu.
none of those things have anything to do with these outcomes for these young men.
Right.
Running away from somebody who's accusing you of stealing water bottles, whether the person has a gun or not, is not the real reason why either of these things happen. And this is what a lot of these guys do. They try to conflate arguments that don't really belong in the timeline of what you're talking about. So they can come and just paint all black people with a, this kind of broad brush just to prove their point. And then to close out this argument, well,
for years, I've been at the top of the mountaintop preaching this message. Everything that he says, there is not one thing from the single mother households to the lack of accountability to participation of fathers inside of the homes.
He's been telling everybody the culture is trash. And that's pretty much the antidote. The culture is trash. Carmelo Anthony, one of the reasons why he killed somebody.
Even this picture of him holding the gun, right? They have pictures of the Austin brothers holding guns. This is the stuff I don't like. It's okay when white kids hold rifles. For whatever reason, it's socially acceptable for white kids to learn how to use guns, be holding guns and pictures with guns. But when a black kid is holding a gun, automatically they look like a thug. It's completely hypocritical.
The culture is
And you want to just go into history, a lot of people need to wonder why there's an assault rifle ban in this country. Because it's the same sentiment of what happened right here. They didn't want black men to have guns. They didn't want black people to have the ability to defend themselves on the same level that white people could. So they put an assault rifle ban, mainly because they wanted to take power away from the Black Panthers. Y'all just go do your own history, like research on this type of stuff, bro. Like this country did some really foul shit. A lot of reasons that a lot of Americans don't have certain rights and certain luxuries, certain benefits, especially with them taking all our tax dollars and stuff, is because people wanted to be racist against black people. Plain and simple. That's how stupid it is. The reason you ain't got health care is because they didn't want black people to get it. You should be having health care. How the fuck does the UK, who makes less money than us, they don't have the same population. They got less people than us. But the UK, the mother country of this country, they got free health care. They have a good, if you fall on the wayside type shit, they have systems put in place to make sure their citizens can at least get by a little bit. Why do they have that being a smaller country and we don't? We're the richest nation in the world. Because they didn't want black people to have it. Plain and simple. That's your racism right there in a nutshell.
trash. Cyrus Carmack Belton, he was killed because the culture is trash. You need to go head on and fix yourself because the culture is trash. Well, let me just tell you this. While the black community does have very many problems, people go to jail for stuff like this every day. I mean, the Menendez brothers, even though that was something different, they killed their parents. I mean, in a good situation,
Every community commits crimes and every race commits more crimes against their own race than they do outside races. But due to media hyperfixation on the black community, all that's ever talked about is black crime or black criminality.
Living amongst millionaires, and they did it. You have people all the time of different races that make some of the dumbest mistakes. You want to know what happens? People make mistakes when they're young. Despite the fact that they're black or white or Asian or Hispanic, things happen in life. People do it all the time.
Black people are also penalized way more than everybody else for whatever mistakes we make. We are the only community that does not get to make mistakes and receive a slap on the wrist or get grace and move on with our lives and mature and become better people. We are held to a much different standard than everybody else. Again, not saying we don't have issues. Every community has issues, but we're the only ones that pay for them the way we do.
Cyrus Carmack Belton or Carmelo Anthony, they won't be the first person to make a mistake. They won't be the last person to make a mistake. But what gets me is that some of these conservative YouTubers will just pick anything to prove their point, even when the information that they're using is completely biased, has no bearing on the argument. Here's my criticism for the people who say the culture is so trash. And you have a problem with the culture so trash, obviously bothers you. What do you want to do about it? I mean, it bothers you. It's a slogan. It's something that you feel needs to change. Well, then we should ask Anton Daniels. Anton, with all of the money and all of the opportunity that you have right now in Detroit, Well, how can you help fix the culture? I mean, you are a bag chaser. I mean, you have all of this money, you have all of this opportunity, you live in Detroit.
It's the editing for me, man. Maybe it's been a second since I watched the O'Shea video. The editing got me cracking up.
Well, then can't you help fix the culture? And then whenever you ask somebody like him a question like this, well, then what are you going to hear? Exactly, you're going to hear crickets because it's a whole monetization system based on being disingenuous and not telling the truth and just completely lying all the time just so that you can make a few dollars. And the one thing that we got to kind of understand here is that despite the fact that you may not like Cyrus Carmack Belton or you may think that Carmelo Anthony is guilty, it's a horrible thing that he's going to go to jail and do a lot of years. And it's also a horrible thing about what happened to Mr. Austin Metcalf and that loss of life. We do got to understand that when you paint somebody with a broad brush.
Hey, we hype up hood culture and all this stuff. You know, y'all see Austin's brother right there, Hunter, the one who started the whole altercation and got his brother unalived. That boy is like 18, 19. I've seen people of other cultures come out and say, why do these young black kids have tattoos in high school? Why do they have... That boy got a full fucking sleeve on, and he look militant than a motherfucker right now. He trying to look all hard and shit. Look at my sleeve, mama. Staying right here, look strong. You got your brother unalive, buddy. You got your brother unalive. Because think about this, y'all. He was there. Why they ain't put him on the trial? Why didn't they make him go up there and testify? Because they didn't want to hear no cross-examination. They wanted to put students that weren't directly involved with it up there. They didn't put somebody that was directly involved with the situation on stand because they already knew it ain't no point of us putting them up there. We kind of already got it in the bag. We got a majority white jury, no black people on this motherfucker. They already gonna go in with their bias. We already kicked the black women off the goddamn shit. It is what it is. But if you really wanted a true first account of what happened, he was right there. They didn't want him to get caught up on a cross-examination. But the sad part, they really could have put him up there because the lawyers for Carmelo, they suck. Like, bro, you need to shut down your law firm. Y'all suck. Or either y'all were just in on it. See, Hurricane said, I forgot the lady name in Israel, but he said the threat to Israel is young black boys. Yeah, I heard that shit. I heard that shit. I was like, how? How? But, you know, they just say anything.
It affects their families, too, especially families who raise the kid that probably made a bad mistake. We've all made mistakes. And I'm not denying that the black community has a long way to go, but it's one thing to have a long way to go and then being disingenuous about the road that you got to go. That's just lying. That's just not telling the truth. And that's just not fair.
Anton Daniels is also really...
And yeah, we're going to stop right there. And you're right about that, Uncanny. They did. A lot of people keep trying to chalk it up to the game and say, that's AI, that's AI. So it's AI from a picture with them all having drinks together at night at somebody's house. But it just it's AI, but somehow it just so happened to get taken off of Austin's dad's Facebook page. So he put up an AI picture? That's what he did? Because they took it off his Facebook page. That's why his Facebook page is private right now. But, you know, it is what it is, man. A lot of people, they're going to say whatever they need to say because when it comes down to it, they have to somewhat try to justify their bias towards people. Like, and all they do is flip-flop between the people that the different cultures that we have in this country. And I'm going to give you a good example of that. After 9/11, matter of fact, we'll go all the way to the beginning. We'll go all the way to the beginning. We ain't even going to do the Native Americans. I'm just going to jump straight to the Japanese. They put y'all in internment camps because the country that your people originated from attacked America. So even though you didn't do anything wrong, the country that you were from did something wrong. They were so spooked and thought that all of y'all were inside agents that they put y'all in internment camps. But at least they gave y'all reparations after. You know, they did y'all wrong. At least they gave y'all some money afterwards because, you know, black people can't seem to get that. Next, what we had, 9/11. They wanted to go for Arab people. They wanted to go for Arab people. We had so many Muslim hate chants out here in this country. And the craziest thing is we didn't even go into war with the country that actually had majority of the people on the planes that bombed us. That drove them planes into the Twin Towers. We didn't go to Saudi Arabia. We went to Iraq and Afghanistan. Like, think about that. It was the Saudis that did that shit. And the craziest thing is like, okay, well, they did this. They took these people out. Well, the people that did it are dead. So why are you attacking people that didn't do it? They didn't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck. Didn't give a fuck at all. Oh, we had that virus that was over here a little while ago. Y'all remember that virus? Remember that little virus that was going on? You know, that somebody said it was just like the flu and it'd just be gone, even though millions of people lost their fucking lives. Who was out there attacking y'all? Who was out there attacking y'all? The Hispanics. Think about this, Hispanics. Y'all was next on the list. Motherfucker, they wanted to get y'all thrown the fuck out the country. They were throwing one Hispanic person did one thing. A homeless Hispanic shot a gun on the boardwalk. It bounced and ricocheted and hit a white woman. We got to get them all out of here. And guess what happened when they got that motherfucking charge? They wrapping people up, snatching them up, and throwing them out the country. All these different groups that keep trying to align with these folks, they show you time and time again how they truly feel about you. And if they need to demonize you, they will demonize you. But some of these motherfuckers are so stupid in the head, they don't catch on to it. And they keep promoting the same bullshit. And I'm gonna give you a prime example of it, because obviously with the Cyrus situation, black people are saying, look, man, we're gonna step back from spending money with Asian folks. I don't care if you're Filipino, Taiwanese, Korean, Japanese, whatever. Y'all motherfuckers seem to ride together. And y'all, when y'all got y'all anti-Asian hate bill, that was for all of y'all, even though it wasn't. It should have just been for Chinese folk. Y'all roll together. So guess what? We got to ride together too. And everybody else has to catch it by proxy. Because guess what? When Africans come over here and they commit crimes, you know, the Somalians, all they want to say is black people. Even though Somalians want to say, we know black. They targeted black people off of that shit. All black people. 1 Somalian, 10 Somalians, whoever the fuck did something, all black people are part of this. So now, like look, I'm going to show you something, because I got to talk to my Asian folks. I had a really, really close Asian friend, like really cool with her. Me and her don't really speak no more, but probably because she moved. I don't know. Maybe she don't like my guts. But I want y'all to hear what the fuck is going on, because after that Cyrus situation happened and black people said that, you would think that the Asian community, after coming off of that virus and them treating them a certain type of way, the people that they want to align with treating them a certain type of way, you would think they would have some sympathy and compassion for the community, especially finding out that the young man didn't steal anything. No, these motherfuckers doubled down. And I want y'all to hear this hateful ass shit right here. Because this lady right here hateful as fuck. I don't even care. I don't care. She got kids, fuck her kids too.
No, these people are really, really trying Black America. It's like they don't respect you.
You're right about that, Hurricane. No more money for you. No more money for you. It's like, nigga, what? Okay.
That's really what it is. These videos of the first guy that said what he said, talking about go ahead and do it. Well, we have another one, actually. It's a woman this time. This Asian woman not only is going to tell you to go ahead and boycott their businesses, but she's going to take it a step further than what the first Asian guy had to say to Black America. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Imagine hating the word so much, but yet you still use it on your own folks. And another thing, if you want to cancel all these businesses, by all means, go ahead and try to cancel, boycott the hair, walk around with your bald ass head, don't eat the Chinese food, don't do any of that, okay? Because let me tell you, there is not enough Black-owned business for y'all trying to cancel everybody, boycott this, and let's not do this. You wouldn't survive. You would not survive in that community without all these other businesses. And then you're going to go, no one wants to invest in our neighborhood. Why do you think they don't want to invest in your neighborhood? Because you got your ratchetty ass kids going around stealing everybody all the time. Okay, go ahead, cancel all the business. I'm just saying what everybody's thinking. And you mad because you know I'm right. And then you go on national TV talking about, how he was racially profiled and how everybody is racist. Well, had you whoop your son's ass and made sure he wasn't walking around with a pistol, he wouldn't be Mr. Child.
A lot of her messaging was
y'all see that? The trial was public. There were cameras in the trial. And they still get on the internet after the fact and still spew hate and disinformation. Now, I bet money she won't walk in front of no black woman and call her bald-headed because she knows she's going to get a goofy-ass drag. Asian folks can't fight. I'm like, bitch, you know you couldn't fight. Old fat black bitch will drag your ass out here. You talking about we wouldn't have no businesses? I'm going to let Phil say it. Because it's the dumbest arguments ever. Like, first off, ladies, y'all wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us. All y'all people of all these other different races, y'all would not be here if it was not for black people. But the disrespect is amazing. But I'm going to let Phil say it because he'll say it more in a mature way. I'm going to say it more in a like, yeah, who the fuck you talk to? Say it again.
Targeted at the sisters.
The environment we have now is 1 billion plus daily active players. You've got adults, head of households, skew female, people with money playing for 45 minutes a day. It's perfect.
Damn commercial, John.
And,
Right.
you know, I don't know why you feel that black women are bald-headed. Black women aren't bald-headed. Black women grow their hair naturally down their back. What are you talking about? But she's saying that because she has no respect for black women, or definitely black people, because black people go to the restaurants and all the men go to the restaurants, whatever the case may be. Maybe some go to the beauty supply store to get items. But this is a message of disrespect. And that's what we are seeing with this situation. Because they truly had respect for Black America, they would not be acting arrogant. They wouldn't be telling you, go ahead and do it. Because listen to what she said. She said that we as Black Americans need their businesses. We cannot survive. I mean, y'all, listen to the craziness this woman says. We cannot survive without businesses from her community. That is the most arrogant, asinine, and just straight dumb thing I ever heard in my life. So all these hundreds and hundreds of years we've been in this country, we talking about even after slavery. Where you think we were living? Where you think we were shopping? With you couldn't even come to this country. They had the Chinese Exclusion Act. They wouldn't let Asians come to this country at all like that. So how did we survive all these years without you? Y'all, some of you other groups think that we as Black Americans need you here. We don't need you here in America. And you wonder why a lot of Black people say, yeah, you know, I'm cool with Trump with the mass deportation. I'm cool with that. You wonder why some Black Americans were saying, yeah, what's ICE number? You wonder why. Black Americans also saying that they're going to be calling the state board and making sure the license is good, that some of you use it. See, things that would have never came your way without your disrespect. See, the disrespect, what that's telling Black America is that you agree with what Rick Child did. You glad that he got off of taking the life of that young brother, and you're doubling down on the support of him. That's all you're saying, reading between the lines. And you're telling Black.
And Hurricane, to that point right there, I wonder what a lot of, like, look, dude, I'm highly into anime. Love anime. Everything about Asian cultures, like, for the longest, after I got out the service, dude, after all the deployments I went on, all the places I went to, like, dude, I was like, man, if I really could pick, I would want to go to Japan. I would want to go back to Japan. And honestly, go back to the islands, man. Go back to the islands of Japan. When motherfuckers showing, and I already seen the little racist bullshit that they would do over there anyways. I still would want to go back. After all this shit that's going on in this country, bro, it's gonna be a no for me, Simon. It's gonna be a no for me. Like, people have, us as Black folks in this country, like, we're gonna have to start delineating, bro. We're gonna have to delineate really, really bad when it comes to everybody, because time and time again, these motherfuckers come out the woodworks and they tell us how they truly feel. And it's like, bro, we fuck with all of y'all. We welcome everybody into our spaces. We don't sit there and be looking at y'all like y'all weird. White dude come to the cookout, everybody was like, man, who the white dude is, man? Try to get him crunk, get him a drink or some shit. Asian person come around there, man, was like, what's up, man? What's up, man? You want something to drink? Hispanic dude, we already know it. The Black and the Hispanics had a closer relationship than a lot of other groups. But I'm like, every group of people, we're accepting and welcoming. But then they turn around and do things like this. And that's why it's going to be a problem for a lot of the good ones in every group for people to fuck with them, because it's like, dude, you got to check your people, bro. Like, y'all want us to sit out here and tell Black people to do this right, do this right, do this right. And then you have people out here that sit on the internet and do that shit, and y'all still talk shit about them. So what's the point? Talking about being more respectable. When Black folks was walking around in suits, being respectful, talking all polite and shit, y'all was spraying them with water hoses and sicking dogs on them. So I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's about how they act. I think it's just about the simple fact of how they look. Just keeping it real.
People, I dare you to try to boycott the business because you don't have enough. Listen to what she said. She said, we don't have enough businesses. That means, sisters and brothers, we need to go overtime opening up businesses in our communities. We need to go overtime opening businesses. That is a direct challenge to Black America, is to open up enough businesses where we don't need nobody. Remember, we have no friends, brothers and sisters. We have no friends. And when you don't have a friend, that means you got to shop within your community and circle out money within our community. Because these other groups, they're showing you. They never respected us as a community.
Nah, Kenny, they know who did it. But for some reason, they can get over that. But when you sit around and ask them, what have Black people as a community done to them? Rickets. But they got more energy and hate and disregard for that, for us, than the people that bombed their fucking country, dropped 2 atomic bombs. And that's the craziest thing, because the same people that say other people shouldn't have a weapon are the only motherfuckers that use that weapon. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
All they want is our money, and they're disrespecting us in the process. This is, trust me, all of this is good. This is a good thing. Let them say the things they're saying. I'm not really mad at this woman and what she's saying. This is a good thing because it's going to wake up Black America to understand that we need to do for self. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told us a long time ago to do for self. And now you're seeing how all these other groups truly coming out, how they feel about Black America. All you are to them is to be used and abused. They take your money and then throw you out their stores, follow you around their stores, racial profile you, try to put you in headlocks, beat you over $10, shoot you in the back when you didn't even steal anything. Because Cyrus didn't steal a thing from them. You understand? This is how they truly feel about Black America. Yes, you like the sister said, you got some PR princesses out there trying to smooth things over. But no, the few that's trying, this is how a lot of them feel about us as Black people. And we are at a time period that we're not going to take the disrespect. You can't take disrespect because when you let people disrespect you, they treat you any kind of way. They talk to you any kind of way. They talk about you any kind of way. That's what happens when people disrespect you. That woman right there and a lot of people within her community making videos similar to that, just like that first Asian man. They have no respect for Black America. We are the only ones that could show them more than we could tell them. And the best way to show them is keep our Black dollars in our Black pockets. The going forward, the mantra should be this. If you can't respect Black people, you can't get Black dollars. It's just that simple. I would not give my money to nobody that disrespects me, period. You better treat me with respect. I don't care if you don't like me. You better fake like you do when I come in there.
Boxing strips, go! Told you so.
Because my money, I work hard to earn my money. So I'm not going to freely just give my money. Let me tell you something. Look at every dollar that you earn, how much you earn per hour. Let's say you earn $20 an hour. $20 represents 1 hour out of your life. And you're going to take 1 hour out of your life and give it to somebody that can't stand you. Think about that. You're going to take that $20 and give it to that woman in the video that say that that Black women are bald-headed. This is what she says about Black women. You're bald-headed. You won't make it without their businesses. We'll starve. We'll shrivel up. We'll do all of that because if they don't have their businesses open in our community, oh my God, we're not going to make it as Black people. We need them. This is how they feel about Black America, FBA. So once again, we have a history of showing people more than we can tell them. That's why I say at minimum, it needs to be a year. At minimum. Now, some people say a blackout. A blackout is permanent. Now, people could definitely take whatever measure they want to take, but I don't think they can even survive a year of that with us. And it's the thing. The more and more y'all make videos like this, the more and more you lighting a fire underneath all of us to do it. There was some.
I want y'all to really think about something that's kind of funny. Like, for the Chinese restaurants, the Asian restaurants, y'all got a better chance. But for y'all motherfuckers that run them beauty supply stores, y'all fucked. Like, for real. Y'all doing all that shit talking. If you own a beauty supply store and you Asian and you talking this boss shit, bro, you about to get fucked if Black people actually boycott your shit. Because who the fuck else is coming up in there? You might get a couple white girls here and there getting some lashes, but they'll rather go to Euphoria or some shit like that, order their shit online. Like, come on now. Like, you think it's sweet. Y'all been sending all y'all kids to these goddamn Ivy League schools off of goddamn getting money out the Black community. You're going to find that your kids going to be going to goddamn community college around this motherfucker.
People maybe on the fence about it. Or some people like, I don't know about that because I know some. But the more and more y'all keep making videos being disrespectful, those people are saying to the Black community, you know what? Yeah, I'm getting on that. Because, I don't like that disrespect. This the way you really feel about us? The way you talking right now? Really? Okay, cool. But we're not going to shop with you. If y'all was smart, and a lot of you claim that you are, you wouldn't be on here talking crazy like you're talking. But I just want Black people to see exactly how a lot of them feel about us and Black people in relation to us shopping with them. They have no respect for Black people, but they want to be in our community, our neighborhoods. And they got the nerve to not even hire Black people. And that's another thing that Black folks should have never allowed. You come in this community and you won't hire Black people? No, none? But you want Black dollars? Oh, no. But it's not even about hiring us anymore. It's not even about that. Because you know what? if you had respect for black people, you'd be creating jobs. You'd be creating black jobs. You don't want to do that. But it's the same people that fought to take away affirmative action in college admissions. It was them. They sided with the white man to go help take away affirmative action in college admissions. It was them. And then when it got really put in place, it hurt them worse than it hurt us. You got to think about that. They set up here and sided with the white folks to harm us. So it's not even just about Rick Child. It's all the little slick things you do. All you
And for the folks that don't know, it's like, oh, how did the white people get involved with it? White folks have been trying to get affirmative action taken down for the longest. They put up white boy after white girl after white boy after white girl. Now that shit kept getting shot the fuck down. They were saying these little girls, these little boys that was having like a 3.1 or 3.2 weren't making it into these colleges, and because they're letting all the black people in there. They ain't never been letting black. That's the shit that gets me about folks that don't know nothing about this country. Black people have never been at the front of the line for anything. They have never, ever in this country put us at the front of the line for anything. If black people got something, everybody else got something. It's never been something's done just for black people in this country. Plain and simple. Think about it. When black people got the right to vote, everybody got the right to vote. When black people were complaining about not being able to get into these Ivy League colleges because even when we had the grades for it, when they finally changed it, they made it for everybody to get in here, not just black people. Like I don't think they really understand the history of this country.
Asian influencers running around here joining with white supremacist groups online talking about black people while you're not in your homeland. Boy, y'all got some nerve. You leave your homeland and talking about us? You'd have never gotten this country with me for black Americans.
Facts.
But that's okay. Like I said, we in that era, we cutting everybody off. Everybody getting cut off. There's no minority coalition, there's no POC, there's no BIPOC, there's no black and brown, there's no none of that. No. It's black America. FBA, we are all we got. That's it. We all we have. Because clearly other groups of people can't stand out behind. And they are showing you their contempt. They're showing you their disdain online. Once again, this is good. Because you know what? Some things happen in life to expose how people really feel about you. So this is not nothing to be upset about. I mean, not even go in on roasting her and nothing like that. I wouldn't take my time to do that. Because I look at the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is black people keep your money.
I would take the time, but I ain't gonna do it right now.
Your pocket. Black people open up more businesses because you say we can't survive without hurt their businesses. Show them more. You can tell them, brothers and sisters. You have built a whole nation. Businesses is nothing. That's light work. We didn't get no bailout from the government, black businesses during the pandemic. It was them. They were giving them all kind of money because people wouldn't shop with them. They were crying. What you gonna do? Go back? You gonna go to Trump and tell Trump that? Good luck with that one. But this disdain and contempt they have, use that disdain and contempt to create black excellence, to create more black wealth, to create more black millionaires, to create black jobs. That's what we use this contempt and disdain for. This is fuel to bring out greatness out of us. And you know we thrive when people have contempt and disdain toward us. That's when we do our best. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we respond. Keep our money in our pocket and show them more than we.
And he ain't lying about that. Hold on, let me get that up off screen. I ain't trying to hear that shit. He ain't lying about that because think about it. After black people got out of slavery, segregation and shit, like there were only a few things that we could actually really do. We were limited. Like we weren't allowed to get jobs. We weren't allowed to operate in certain areas. We weren't allowed to do a lot of things. So black people got resourceful. Sell watermelon. Y'all, that's where that joke comes from when they talk about black people and watermelon. That was the only thing that we could sell. One of the few things that we could sell. And we made a living off of that. People struggled through the mud and made money off of growing watermelons and selling them motherfuckers. They call us watermelon people. And if y'all don't believe what I'm saying, I'm going to show y'all something. Because there's a narrative out here that they keep trying to run with that Carmelo was a thug and all this woo-woo stuff. And I'm trying to tell you, I was like, man, it's a little suspicious with these people saying these things because I'm like, you're not taking a look at the family that actually had the aggressor in there, the one that lost their child. Because a child obviously had to learn some things at home to be going around thinking that he's like the school police and telling certain people that they can't be in certain places. Because, somehow he was ordained with some authority. And a lot of people was looking at me like I was crazy when I'm saying it. Like, man, he obviously was a little racist, little white kid. He was like, nah, y'all just always throwing that out there. Y'all just throwing that out there. Y'all just always want to play victim and shit. Well, just give it a matter of time, especially when people think they winning, just like with the Asian folks right there. They thought they was winning. They got chow off. It was like, yeah, now it's time for us to talk shit. We gonna strut a little bit. Well, Carmelo got sentenced, right? So, as usual, right on cue, motherfucker want to start strutting and talking they shit. Shout out to the amazing Lucas. We about to see the father of this young man that was so innocent and that got taken off this earth. We gonna see why the fuck. Just pay attention, y'all.
Why am I not surprised? Oh my goodness. So I've said this all throughout the Carmelo Anthony trial, and that was the only person to blame for Austin Metcalf no longer being here was Jeff Metcalf. That's correct. Austin's father.
He's out of line, but he's right.
That if his father had taught him about minding your business, that if his father had taught him about, hey, keep your hands to yourself, that if his father had taught him about, hey, how about you engage in some high impulse control instead of low impulse control behavior? If his father had just taught him those things, right, that every grown man should, as far as been taught when they were young, if his father had taught him that, Austin Metcalf would still be alive today, all right? But sadly, for his father, not for me, the bully is gone.
Damn.
And I said this, and people got upset. They were grabbing. And sure enough, we come to find out that not only Lucas is right, but that Austin Metcalf never stood a chance. That is correct. Unfortunately, Austin Metcalf was destined, for the afterlife. It is what it is. It was either he was going to do it young or he was going to be, an adult. And that happened. Because anyone who has that low impulse control, anyone who can't mind their own business, and sure enough, any grown man in the state of Texas who wants to put hands on another person because of words, more than likely, you're a dunzo. It's game over. Night. You're going to go bye-bye. So I don't know what to tell you. I guess maybe, his father would have hoped that it had been later than sooner. But once again, that's his fault. Damn. And the reason why I say this is because his father, Jeff Metcalf, did a little live stream, I guess, on TikTok. And, he's saying everything that everyone expected him to say about him being a racist white ignorant. He's calling Charleston White. He's calling him an N-word, a hard R.
Charleston White, you look like a fucking crackhead. Even though you got money, you're the only smart person around. Ooh.
He's talking about how Carmelo Anthony is, I got a new name for him, watermelon felon.
Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you?
They have no originality, none whatsoever. We still using watermelon jokes in 2026? Okay, I understand. But I know you built the pyramids. But anyways, y'all were by Canes. I get it. I know the story. I know the history. He's saying all of this heinous stuff, right? Then wants to say, hey, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian, okay, but I'm human just like you.
Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine.
I'll picture y'all. He's mad about the situation about his son not being here no more. And Lucas is honest, because every time one of our children, and y'all have heard it by all these other videos we done covered, that they blame the parents, they blame the absent father, they blame the mother. Why your son ain't here? Because he didn't know how to mind his business and keep his hands to himself? But that ain't got nothing to do with you. And instead of you actually trying to take time and worry about your other child, you on the internet calling black people the N-word. I wonder why Austin only went up to the one black kid that was over there. Make it make sense, y'all. Put two and two the fuck together. Put two and two the fuck together. And this is the funny thing. And that's why I be trying to tell people, these people that pander and be cooning, because Charleston White, a lot of people like him. Charleston be cooning, bro. Charleston be cooning. Now, he will come around and say some real shit from time to time, but majority of the time, Charleston's trying to get his money, and he will coon to these folks for it. Because when this whole situation popped off about Carmelo, he called that kid everything but a child of God. He said he was a thug and all this shit. And then Carmelo's dad got in touch with that motherfucker. They had a conversation with him. And then he showed him the evidence of the case. Charleston flipped real fucking quick. And as soon as Charleston flipped, the same white people that was like, rah, 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 see, you got a black person backing us up. See, yeah, Charleston knows. As soon as Charleston flipped, now he a nigga. Now he a nigga now. So he was a nigga the whole time. He was just a useful nigga in the beginning, right? That's all it was. That's all it was.
I find it so hilarious, so hysterical that for whatever reason, every single time on Twitter, whenever you look at the most heinous and vile and most racist tweets, you go in their bio and it's always Christian. It's always a cross in the bio. It's always like a scripture, a quote from the scripture. And it's like, oh, y'all are in for a big, rude awakening, okay? Because once you get there and he says, get away from me, I never knew you. Oh, I wish I could be there, bro. I hope they have cameras so I could be and put it up on my wall because I can't wait. I can't wait to see all these demons who are masquerading as Christians, masquerading as, oh, yes, I'm a Christian. I love God. I can't wait to see them when they get ejected straight to Charlie Kirk's house. OK. All right. Because I think Charlie Kirk is taking over hell, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think he is that influential and that demonically possessed charisma that Satan gave him, that Satan was like, you got it. You can take it over, bro. I needed a break anyway. I needed a vacation. Damn. But he's, of course, saying, the whole black fatigue and that, oh, we got problems, but y'all really got problems and everything.
The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race.
Ironic. So, I mean, are we shocked, bro? Are we shocked? Everything we heard about the Metcalf, brothers being bullies, getting in trouble, getting into fights. Are we shocked that the apple falls far from the tree? He's talking about, oh, you do to me, I'm gonna do, double to you.
Because I give what you get. Or what you give to me, I give you back. So, am I racist? Yeah, I'm racist against assholes.
What the hell did you just say? He doesn't even know the quote, right?
Hold on, man. I know he put the rush hour one on there, but I'ma just
Yeah, this shit crazy, bro. This shit wild. You saw that shit, man?
The fuck is I'm racist against ignorant people? That doesn't even go along with the definition of what racism is.
He doesn't even know the quote. He is pure, unadulterated, white ignorant, bruh. This is what we're looking at. Let me get this straight. Your son is gone. The first thing that comes to your head is to say N-word and to attack black people. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. I would think you'd be grieving. I would think that, I don't know, maybe you'd be seeing if you can adopt another, a white son, maybe, so you can maybe get a redo. Like, hey, I screwed up Austin, but my new white baby, I'm gonna raise him right. Hell, I would think that maybe you would talk to Hunter and try to raise him properly. Hey, Hunter, don't put hands on people, okay? Hunter, hey, I want you to engage in impulse control. Hey, Hunter, mind your business. That's what I would think, but no, this white ignorant, this man is going off on a racist tirade. I don't know who that helps. That doesn't help your son, doesn't help your wife. It didn't help Austin.
From the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power,
Remember
the Ego 22-inch aluminum deck.
And for the people that's gonna have an issue, with what Luke is saying, like, look, they're gonna say it's harsh as me. I don't believe nothing that Lucas said is harsher than that man uttering the words nigga out of his mouth. Straight up. And he's right. Where are your priorities? You have another son there. No, your focus is to talk shit about black people. You got a conviction in a fucking bullshit kangaroo court trial that was supposed to last 2 weeks. That shit didn't even last 5 days. You got your conviction. And your response to that is, let me go to the fucking internet and be racist. I see why your child is in the ground. I see why your child is in the ground. I heard they put your bitch ass in the hospital a couple weeks before he got put in the ground. That's what you raised, motherfucker. They don't never question the family of any of these white kids that go out and do mass shootings, but they always want to question black folks with every little thing. He stole a Snicker bar. See, that's the upbringing of the children. The parents aren't raising them right. He just shot up a school. Well, we don't need to talk about guns, and we need to just say thoughts and prayers to the people who lost their children. Don't never even want to address the fact. Raised them. Like, come on, your whole history of your people is war, murder, death, rape, pillage. Stealing, cheating. That's your whole history. What are you talking about? Like, it's crazy. Hurricane said he had a cast on. He had a cast on too. Yeah, they beat him up and put him in the hospital. They beat their daddy up and put him in the hospital. And hey, I ain't gonna hold you. They might have been in the right for it because obviously the wife, his ex-wife, don't want nothing to do with that motherfucker. She never did a press conference with that motherfucker. She never sat beside that motherfucker in trial. She been staying the fuck away from them. And the boys stayed with them, with their mother. They didn't stay with their father. So I'm like, ain't no telling. Like, let's go use the same stereotype that they use in the black community. Where the woman has kids, something must be wrong with the daddy. Well, shit, he's giving us a reason to see that something's wrong with the daddy. You on the internet calling black people the N-word. For what? Now, if somebody came and smacked you in your motherfucking mouth for that shit, you're going to play victim too, right? But you antagonizing people. Like you don't know the history of this country. This motherfucker look like he old enough to know when motherfuckers were still segregated, when black people still couldn't vote. But he's saying this dumbass shit. Yeah, you put that shit in your sons, some sons use that shit against you, and now look at your goofy ass. You're down to one now. Goofy?
This is why I say black people, especially black men, do not mirror this. Do not produce this type of behavior. Don't imitate them, because their path is death and destruction, as the scripture says. They come to kill, steal, and destroy. Their path is hell. Their path, even if you don't believe in hell, their path is a dead end. Do not imitate this whatsoever.
But you're gonna blame the white person for every fucking thing else. We're the bad ones. We're the one who held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do.
Pathetic.
Because you can see.
Hey, look, we can do everything in America that they can do. Besides get a fair trial. Besides get a fair trial.
What it's doing for them. They're in disarray right now. They're in shambles. So I just I find it kind of humorous, to be honest with you. I got a good hearty laugh out of seeing this white ignorant expose himself for being a white ignorant. I said it from the jump. I was like, listen, if you think that some kid who's at a track meet, who's now engaged in hostile behavior, talking about, why are you here? Get out of here, bro. If you're nobody, then you should leave. No one acts like that except bullies, all right? And that behavior is learned behavior. Who did he learn it from? Now we see. Now we see. Now I say you understand the lineage of evil, because evil begets evil, that begets evil, that begets evil, and here we are. But as I've told you before, these people don't care about their own. You see, his father didn't even care about him, bruh. Not at all. He is more focused on black people than the own death of his son. I want you to think about that. He is more focused on black people than his son that's alive. I want y'all
to remember this, y'all, because y'all remember after the situation happened, and the Anthony family, Carmelo's family, they were doing press conferences here and press conferences there about the situation. And he kept showing up. And what they told us in the white community, no, he's just trying to have a dialogue with the family. He's not trying to bring animosity, anything like that. And then lo and behold, after the trial's over with, he calling people a nigga. So y'all think he showed up to try to actually have some understanding and come together like, yeah, I know our kids did some stupid stuff, but look, I don't have no animosity towards you. Yeah, that's just out the window, bruh. Because now he talking dog shit about the black community. That's how he felt the whole time. That's probably how he raised his kids. It's funny, they sit here and tell you lies all goddamn day. And the sad part, these motherfuckers so gullible. Trump's not gonna start any wars. Trump's gonna fix the economy. But they eat all that dumb shit up.
Think about that. That's mental behavior, okay? That's sick. But I've told you guys this. Some of y'all have disagreed, but now you're seeing it in real time. Now you're seeing video footage, okay? We're not talking about 1960s, we're seeing it in 2026, that they are willing to sacrifice their own if it means that they think they have a chance at harming black people. Doesn't make any sense.
They do it when it comes to any fucking war. They send their children. Y'all notice that majority of the people, and I really want people to understand the concept of how this shit works. The people that vote for us to go to wars, the people who make the decision for us to go to wars are old white people. But who they sending into that war? Not they old ass. They sending your sons and fucking daughters to go die for whatever the fuck they trying to steal from somebody else. They've been sacrificing their own. Sacrificing their own.
Any sense to me? It doesn't make no sense to me, bro. I would think that you would want to take care of your family, the rest that you have, but you going on a racist tirade. Crazy to me. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know. What are you going to say now? I already know what the racist is going to say. Well, he's right. You know he's right. I already know what the Sambo soldiers are going to say. Well, he's right. He does have a point. We already know. They're so predictable. They're so predictable. Anyways.
And look, I don't feel no type of way about it. Like, dude, I don't feel sad for that young boy leaving this earth. I don't. And I know some people be like, man, that's fucked up, man. Like, I'm not talking down on his name. I'm just saying I don't feel no type of way about it. Same way when Charlie Kirk got took. I don't feel no type of way about it. Honestly, I think some people just need to learn how to leave other folks alone. Like, you need to learn how to leave people alone. You need to learn how to mind your fucking business. And it's a big problem. And I honestly thought I'd cover this next video, y'all. I just might tell y'all about what happened yesterday. Because I just be like, bruh, like, come on, bruh. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm mad at myself about it, but either way, though, fuck it, let's go here. Antonio got something, man, because we got no Lena. This is not Lena. Fucking, we got Sneeko. Because this is what's gonna always happen, y'all. This is what's always gonna happen to the people that sit around and talk crazy about the black community and shit, and they're not part of the white community. This is what always gonna happen to them. Even white folks that might talk shit about the black community, and then they realize like they want some bullshit, and then they want to turn around. You'll be disowned too. I want y'all to see this shit right here. Antonio covered a funny one. This is hilarious as fuck to me, y'all. I want y'all to see this. Check this out, and yeah, we're gonna talk about it. I might even drop the link. Y'all. Let's see.
He had some DI white supremacists that linked up. It was Myron Gaines, Andrew Tate, his brother, Sneeko, Clavicular, and some other dude. During this link up, they was playing, you know, the Kanye West song when he was glazing old boy, doing the salute, like just going crazy, making a fool out of themselves, even though only one or two of them were actually white. It was crazy. Anyway, since that link up happened, I've been seeing a lot of them try to flip the switch. Now, I don't know if they are grifting or they are generally getting tired of the white supremacy audience that they have built up. We're going to talk about Sneeko first. We got this clip, and I found this so funny because this is something that I say all the time. Many people, we have this talking point because we point out the hypocrisy, but I think someone donated to him, and let's just watch it.
Notice how white people don't violently attack black and brown people in the streets.
Yeah, you just go into countries and bomb them. Like, yeah, black and brown violence, you'll see like a fist fight on the street. White violence is nuking a foreign country. White violence is colonization. White violence is going in there and regime change. White violence.
Hold on. Let me go back real quick. Like, cause I ain't gonna lie. Sneeko was all up their ass for the last 3, 4, 5 years. It's hilarious to hear him snap now because this has been the truth. And Sneeko, you're not getting no props for this, but it is hilarious and it is funny. Listen to what he says and tell me where he's wrong. Tell me where the lie is about what he's about to say.
See, audience that they have built up. We're gonna talk about Sneeko first. We got this clip, and I found this so funny because this is something that I say all the time. Many people, we have this talking point because we point out the hypocrisy, but I think someone donated to him, and let's just watch it.
Notice how white people don't violently attack black and brown people in the streets.
Yeah, you just go into countries and bomb them. Like, yeah, black and brown violence, you'll see like a fist fight on the street. White violence is nuking a foreign country. White violence is colonization. White violence is going in there and regime change. White violence is starting wars, like a 100-year war between Britain and France. White violence is Ukraine versus Russia for reasons that Americans don't even know. Yeah, white people aren't violent. It's like, okay, but stop committing war. You know? Anyway, stop generalizing white people. then you stop doing it. All right? It's a response to a generalization. Second, World War I and World War II, almost exclusively white war. Anyway, Don't pull me. Yo, are they ever gonna fucking stop crying, bro? Like, does every recent desktop stream is just like whites crying? Like, bro, why do you keep coming back and watching a stream you don't like? They just
Sneeko, this is the audience you built up, buddy. This is what you built up. And I do want to add on, man. This is why I love the whiny white man meme, because they complain about everything. They claim we're victims for bringing up historical events that did happen to black, historical events that mean because they complain.
And look, we're going to read this meme because I've seen it a lot of times. The whiny white man, they don't know what's coming. We need to start shaming race mixers. The Jews. I can't find a wife, so I'm going to end the world. I'm not jealous. I'm disgusted. I want to say the N-word. Asian women are made for Aryans. I shouldn't have to compete with brown people. The whiny white man suffers from a reproductive insecurity and fear of competition. He spends endless hours online crying about feminism, Jews, multiculturalism, and immigration. Anyone who's not a white male making progress is seen as a threat, and he will resort to psychotic verbal attacks to justify his racial hatred victim narrative. Sounds about right. Let's keep going.
Complain about everything. They claim we're victims for bringing up historical events that did happen to black Americans or history in general with everyone else. But it's like, man, these people claim, oh, it's the Jews' fault I can't get a girl. Oh, they're trying to replace us. Oh, it's DEI. This black person took my job. Nigga, stop bitching. You got a 400-year head start. Like, y'all niggas cry so much, and if you claim to be so superior, then how are these factors limiting you?
White Gen Z, it's like they victimize themselves like Jews. They provide no solutions. Many of it is very homoerotic. They obsess over each other's looks. They're chronically online. They don't want to do anything. They don't know how to interact with women. It's sad. Like, I think a lot of it could be.
It's very sad. I need you guys to go to any picture of an interracial couple, like not even any interracial couple, mainly a white woman and a black man. Man, them niggas be in there so mad, y'all. Like they be fuming. I wish I could find a clip, but it was this white dude who flew in from America, went to like some Europe country, and was literally just.
Yeah, they call the women that deal, the white women in their community that deal with black dudes. They came up with a slur for them. They call them mud sharks. I'm in my feelings because she's not with me and you're with that black guy. So now I need to call you a name, and then we'll turn around and say it's freedom of speech because they in their fucking feelings. It's freedom of speech. And look who we got up in the building. Look! Somebody come look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Good afternoon. Hey, Jay. Good life so far.
What you up to?
And just chilling and doing. I was off yesterday. And still waiting to move in my new place.
Oh, you about to move? Okay, well, guess what? We can talk about that offline. Any thoughts so far about what we covering right now? Because I'm gonna let them keep cooking in a second. You want to let them cook a little bit?
He is cooking. I give you that do make them mad when they see a white woman with a black man. They be so mad, they crash out. They
don't like that shit.
No, they do not. Continue the racial mixing, black men. Continue. I like to see the crash out.
Going around asking white women there, why do they like black men? I mean, like, how do you fly across the country with black men on your mind? It'd be so weird to me. But you see how they reacted to the God of War shit with the woman character. I understand why they women don't want them. They watch too much porn. They don't like interact with women and get mad when they don't want them. Like nobody, like, come on, bro. It's, yeah.
You have to think about why there's so many.
I will say this before we keep going. I don't understand a lot of guys, regardless of what group you in, no matter what group you come from. How you gonna bitch about not having a girl, but you don't ever talk to girls? Like, make that make sense to me. Because I be seeing a lot of these dudes that be talking. I'm like, when the last time you interacted with a chick? I'm talking about like on some real shit, not like you rung up at the store and a girl happened to ring you up. When the last time you actually had a conversation with a girl? Well, I couldn't tell you. That's why you ain't got a bitch. That's why you ain't got a bitch. You don't even know how to talk to girls. I ain't gonna lie, man. A dude could be broke and really not in the best financial position when it comes to like his living arrangements and shit. If he know how to talk to a bitch and he know how to, I'm sorry for saying bitches, talk to a woman and know how to address her in the right way, like you can get some pussy, bro. How y'all be talking about all these pookies and ray-rays in the projects getting pussy? These pookies in the projects are getting pussy from women and they ain't got nothing to their name. Why the fuck you, the person that got everything, can't get none? It's something wrong with you. It's something wrong with you.
White guy school shooters. Why are so many school shooters and like the mosque shooters? San Diego's one was Mexican worshiping white people, the other one was a white guy worshiping whiteness, right? LARPing as Christian Crusaders and they end up going to shoot up a mosque. And before that, ever since Columbine, you have white kids shooting up schools. What does this affect? Why is this? Well, it's the idea of the disenfranchised white guy. The white guy is disillusioned, the failure.
And just to help Sneeko out, it's even before Columbine. That was not the first major one. They just want to make it seem like that's where it started. No, they were still doing that shit years before. Just go look it up.
Of the white race. Charged and empowered, but you're really a weak nothing. You're not getting noticed by a girl. You should be ruling over an empire, but you can't even get Stacy to text you back. Then you end up shooting up a school. This is the white problem within Gen Z, young white men. And they don't address it. They have no self-reflection. They have zero self-awareness about it. It's embarrassing. Maybe people get mad about it right
They have a victim mentality. They just blame their problems on black people. Oh, 1350. Black people are so violent. Connor, you never even interacted with a black person. If you go to the hood, they gonna rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Just because you've seen a few black fatigue clips, now he thinks he know black people, bro.
Instead, they victimize themselves the same way.
In that part right there, Lena, I know you done seen this. A lot of these folks don't work with black folks. They don't eat at restaurants where a lot of black people be at. Like I've been, especially with what I've been doing lately, I've been in a lot of areas where it's just predominantly white, bro. I really got to ask these motherfuckers, why y'all don't have street lights around y'all neighborhoods? Like, what the fuck is going on? Y'all just want to have orgies where people can't see y'all or something? Because it's dark as fucking y'all neighborhoods at nighttime. Like that, I would think the people that's always afraid of somebody doing something to them, you would have at least a fucking street light. But I've noticed that a lot.
They be in the middle of nowhere. I've even noticed, I've been online and see people in whole different countries and be talking about black people and they don't have black people. I'm like, how many black people do you know? Like, I've talked to them, 2 or 3, and they were actually cool with them. And I'm like, so why are you talking about African Americans? You just looking at propaganda, what you're seeing on TV. The majority of black people do this and that. That's what be wrong. They just have too much time on their hands They tired of being at the bottom, so they got to pick on black people. That's exactly what's going on.
Now, a lot of people do need somebody to be mad at. Like, I haven't seen, like, for people that don't understand the concept, picture this concept. Have you ever been at a job where maybe, like, your boss came in and you could tell they were already irritated? Maybe their wife didn't give them no pussy or some problems going on at home. And for some reason, they being an asshole to you. It's like, I didn't do nothing to you. I didn't do a goddamn thing to you. But y'all, man, these motherfuckers won't accept you. So you think about getting their acceptance, you're going to talk shit to us.
Mm-hmm.
It don't work like that. They don't respect you, bro. They don't respect you. You're just a useful fucking punching bag whenever they need one. And then you're a useful idiot to go out there and do the punching for them when they don't feel like they're up to it. That's all it is. Yeah, it's a bunch of dummies. And I'm like, yeah, and like you said, Lena, a lot of these folks don't even interact with black people. They're just going off of stereotypes that another group told them, and they're running with it. But the black people that they do know are cool with. They're cool with him. Like, yeah, man, he's a cool dude and shit, man. It's like, yeah, but why you talk shit about the whole black community? Well, he's just different. You don't know different because that's all you know. That's the only black person you know.
You're not like the other black people. You're not like the other black people.
They just trick me out all the time. I done heard people say that shit to me, and I be looking at them like they crazy. I'm like, yeah, I ain't dealing with that person right there because I don't know what the fuck type of time they on.
You're pretty for a black girl. Stuff like that.
Yeah, you pretty for a black girl. It's like, what do you mean by that?
Or you're handsome for a black guy. Or you're smart for a black guy. Stuff like that.
Offhanded, backhanded compliments, man. It's like, that's not even compliment, bro. That's an insult.
That's too. White genocide. What are you talking about? It's not anybody killing you. It's not bombing. It's just the birth rate declining. And it's clearly because of modernization, feminism. It's because of technology. This is why. But they don't want to self-reflect. They have zero accountability as a people. If you're so supreme, then how could you let your birth rate decline? How could you let, like, the most basic function of being alive? If you're so supreme and you're chosen and high IQ and everything, literally, you know how easy it is to get
How can you be supreme if the thing that gives everyone life, the sun, poison you? Like, come on.
For the people who shit that went over their head. Lena, you want to explain that one? What he meant by that? How are you supreme when the sun is your enemy? You want to explain that for the people that don't get it?
Yeah, because they're melanin. You can't be supreme if the sun is killing you. They're too light, and it's basically they're gonna be stink if it get hot enough.
The one thing that gives everything on this planet life
is the sun.
Comes from that sun, and that bitch is your enemy.
Exactly.
Motherfucker be asking me, you need some sunscreen when you go to the beach? I don't need no goddamn sunscreen. I don't need no goddamn sunscreen, buddy. I'm good. You need it. You got to protect yourself from that motherfucker up there. He my friend. He actually give me energy. We like Superman. You know, Superman was kind of based off black people. But I ain't gonna tell. I don't want to hate on nobody. Yeah, you know, they might fuck some people.
Now, if they made Superman white, you know, if they made Superman white, they have a heart attack like they did when they made Little Mermaid black.
You already know how it go.
A woman pregnant, it's like the most dick and pussy done, and you can't even figure that out. It's like how you make fun of Indians and think, oh, homogenous Indian. They know how to fucking put a dick in a pussy and have a kid. You can't seem to get that done. Fix your problems, man. Like if you want your race to continue, don't blame me.
Bro, he was cooking. This video right here is like 3 minutes long. I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but
And it's the crazy thing because Sneako's dealing with this problem now in his chat. Myron, I covered a video the other day where Myron actually went to
that white waitress, confronted him. Put him in his place.
Shit to him. It's like, dude, you are over here. Think about this. These people wanted y'all to go out and advocate against other people that look like you. You did it. You got a lot of money from doing it. You got a lot of notoriety from doing it. And then after you get a lot of it done, they still come and confront you and tell you, bitch ass, you need to get the fuck up out of here. And like, nigga, we've been telling y'all from the get-go, bro, they don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you aligning with them?
And they should know, like, how to, even though these people, I'm not saying all, but a lot of Republicans are racist. They should have known how they did the black Republicans at the convention. Like 2 times around. They didn't even invite them. They didn't invite Candace Owens at one of them. Those 2 black twins didn't get invited. A lot of them didn't get invited.
They wouldn't let Myron in. They wouldn't even let Myron in. He showed up to fucking APAC and they wouldn't even let his ass in. He was mad as hell trying to call people. Like, bro, they're not letting you in, bro. And you've been advocating for them. Go ahead, my bad.
And then they also said they said it out loud after the election, like we were using you for the vote. They've literally said that to them.
And guess what? They motherfuckers still on that pandering and bullshit. And it's like, but
It couldn't
I'm
be
gonna
me.
keep this. Yeah, it couldn't be me either. Hey, before we even keep going, man, look who we about to get up in here. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Hurricane Revolution, Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Hey, Hurricane. What's up, Kane?
What's good, though? What's good?
And what's the word, man?
You know I gotta come through. I know you about to start doing something new, so I was like, bumping, but might as well pop for the new gig. Pop up for the new time slot. So like, let's check it out and see what's popping, man. Yo, man, this stream is fire.
This shit right here, man. Look, you give me your thoughts, cause man, like I'm really like, it is a public announcement to black folks, but you also got to point this shit out. I want people to be paying attention, because we have these people in our community. That's what we kind of start off with, these people in our community that are pandering. I don't care if they pander. Let them fucking coon ass motherfuckers pander. Just don't have them around you. But for the people that are watching, like, I hope you understand how to identify this pandering. These motherfuckers ain't saying nothing good about nothing. They just talking shit about you, and you listening to it and donating to their channel, which is crazy. That's crazy work. I'm hoping that some people wake up to this shit. I'm hoping people wake up to it. But you got any thoughts on it so far before I keep going?
Oh, yeah. The and that anti-guy makes my city Detroit look bad. Fuck motherfucker. But you can keep going.
Right, I got you. Hey, Hurricane, you might have to go out and come back in, because your shit doing that robot thing. It's like that Kanye shit, that Kanye song. But he gonna check it. We gonna keep going. Go ahead and try to work on it.
He on their ass, and his chat is just mad. But once again, Sneeko, this is the audience that you cultivated. But he's starting to see that, man, these people are insufferable. So now we have Andrew Tate, aka Bottom G, and he is another DEI white supremacist that was a part of that group. After the whole alpha male thing died, then I started seeing him pivot heavily towards the white supremacy grifting tactic, talking shit about black people, talking shit about all these other people to get that validation. But just like Sneeko, I'm guessing
Andrew
he's
Tate.
tired of it, and let's hear what he got to say. I think he was talking about Indians in this one specifically, though.
Indians know how to fuck too. Indians, there's loads of Indians. Everyone makes fun of Indians. Everyone clowns on them. Oh, you're Indian. Yeah, he's Indian, but he has kids. You don't. You're a 28-year-old white male making fun of an Indian. Indian has babies. You ain't got shit. You got a dog and a 401k and an entitled bitch girlfriend who takes selfies all day. You think you're fucking beating the Indian? You can't even get a kid out of some entitled fucking princess bitch constantly putting up fucking selfies of her face, spending your money. And you think the Indian's the clown? You white people are clowns. White people are fucking clowns.
They get fed up with their white supremacist fan base. You know what I'm saying? This is what happened, though, when you pander to these people.
When a black billionaire and a white billionaire meet, there is no racism because they are billionaires. Racism is what they use to divide the poor people, to stop us realizing that they lie about every single thing on the news, that they inflate the currency constantly. They send our money away to wars we're not interested in. Nobody can afford their bills. Nobody can afford health care. And you're going to die alone in some nursing home.
Hey, everything he's saying is what Brother Fred Hampton been preaching. And they killed him.
And before you go into Fred Hampton, like, really think about this shit. The things that really are concerning to most Americans, like the things that they say are on their big to-do list when it comes to elections, because, that's when people really talk about shit that they really care about. Affordability and, prices for, affordability goes all there. Like being able to buy a house, being able to get food, being able to get a job, being able to take vacations, being able to start a family, things of that sort. How the fuck do black people affect y'all on any of that?
Right.
But for some reason, that seems to be your number one fucking focus all the time, instead of the motherfuckers that look like you, contrary to popular belief. The people that are fucking you over are the people that look like you. But they distract you with this little, look, he's black, go get him. And you waste your time and your energy on that. Oh, he's Hispanic, go get him. He's Asian, go get him. It's like, what are you talking about? I think these people are just willfully stupid. But go ahead, Hurricane, my bad. I ain't hear none of that. Hurricane. You sound like a robot. You sound like a robot. Hey, move a little. Like, move to another spot and say something. This might have you might just have a bad connection. Yes, still robot. Still robot. He ain't look. We gonna get him, y'all. We gonna get him. We gonna get Hurricane up here because I do want to get his thoughts on this shit. But let's keep going. And shout out to Vanta. I see you up in here. I see you, Vanta.
Before he even got to his glory, he was 21. They went into his home while he was sleeping, killed him. Fred Hampton was a Black Panther who was uniting white folks, Hispanics, all type of people together in the 1960s. And it was like, oh, this brother too powerful. But he was saying the same thing. Racism is an excuse for capitalism. Now, for the rest of this video, I just want to show you guys some news headlines that the white media will never show. I tell you guys all the time, if you control the media, you control the narrative. Once again,
and that part right there, you control the flow of information. Look, dude, we got people still to this day that ain't woke up to the fact that Christopher Columbus did not discover America while they're still celebrating Columbus Day. Like, we literally have city councils. I had to put a video up about this shit, y'all. We have city councils taking away the day of Juneteenth in favor of Columbus Day. They would rather not celebrate something that actually happened, that is actually a good shining light on their people. They would rather celebrate a fucking lie. They'd rather celebrate a lie. That motherfucker never touched 1 foot in North America, the United States of America, what we know it is right now. That motherfucker never stepped 1 foot on this motherfucker, but you have Columbus Day to say that this man celebrated America. You would rather celebrate that lie than celebrate you actually stopped doing some evil shit that you was doing. Think about that. Really think about that. In 2026, that's crazy. And then people want to sit around and talk about our community. Like, really? Like here you go. You might say that we do fucked up shit to each other, whatever we do shit. Yeah, we are people that will get our get back if it come down to somebody that look like us. But you know that one thing about the Black community that I really think is the issue? We don't really have that energy for anybody else. We don't really take that energy to other communities. We keep that shit within our own, and we get demonized for it. Y'all motherfuckers take that shit to everybody else's community and act like it ain't nothing. Think about that shit. But either way, though, check this shit out, because I know ain't none of y'all heard about any of this shit on the news.
And shout out to I Expose Races, and you know what? He will always post the stories that these folks don't want you to see. This is crazy, though, right? In short, I'm going to summarize this. A family was at like a cookout, and this white man right here.
All right, here, before I show this shit, we got Hurricane. Say something real quick. I want to see if we got you good.
I hope we good. We good?
We in there.
Dynamite in the building. What's good, everybody? Much love to Vonta. What's up, everybody? Fuck YouTube. Fuck StreamYard. Like, I was just live. Like, I don't know what the fuck going on.
This shit, it's doing something crazy. It wouldn't even let me shoot my shit over the goddamn Facebook. Like about 20 minutes into this stream, it said, your Facebook stream is down. It's like, okay. Maybe StreamYard just on some hoe shit. I don't know. And you already know YouTube always on some hoe shit. They love on some hoe shit. But it's crazy to me. Like, and I was just making the point that well, I made a lot of goddamn points, but it's just crazy to see how this shit works. Like, a lot of people really need to understand this concept. They talk about black on black crime as if there's no such thing as, because that's just a made up term. But Hispanics delete Hispanics. Whites delete whites. Arabs delete Arabs. Asians delete Arabs on a majority scale. Now we want to switch over to the white community. They fuck with everybody. They just do majority of they fucking with everybody more international than in this country. Because in this country, it's mainly just fuck the black people over. But it's like, how do you sit around and have these mindsets and these ideas and try to push narratives that we're so negative and we're so violent and shit? And it's like, look at the history of everything that you have.
You talking shit.
You got it all by violence. And I hear them all the time. Well, people conquer back during that time. And look, right is right and wrong is wrong, no matter what time you live in. Like, if that, like, because this is what gets me. I try to test these people's logic, because I hear people say that all the time. Well, colonialism was just a thing during that time. Okay, colonialism was a thing during that time. Then why was it only your people doing that shit?
Right. How come nobody can be like, this land over here that's already occupied, and I do want to conquer everything. Maybe we should leave them alone. No one questioned anything. It's like fucking slaughter, kill, rape, pillage, and make a false Disney story about it, like Pocahontas. The fucking real story is brutal. What the fuck?
It's bad. It's so bad, and it's crazy when you really think about the situation with the Native Americans, how the first settlers, the first settlement that they brought over to this country, that settlement failed. And when people want to understand what I mean by fail, it failed to the point where they started eating each other.
Yeah.
They couldn't survive the winter, bro. They were eating their fellow men that came with them. And they continued that process because they started eating black people too later on. But it's like, the only reason that y'all were able to even survive was because of the natives that were here at the time. The Native Americans, black people that were already here, they helped you survive. They taught you how to plant crops and survive. What did you do? Took that kindness, got up inside of their communities, started to see what was going on, see how you could exploit them, and then you came in with guns and took their shit and murdered their people.
Yep, and then waited 400 years later to put Sacagawea on $1. Like, the fuck out of here.
And like they give a fuck. Maybe they was trying to do that because they were trying to build that pipeline through their communities and shit. It's like, look, we gonna build this pipeline through y'all shit, but look, we'll put one of y'all ladies on a coin, on a gold dollar.
Right, Sacagawea. You're gonna put the bitch that helped y'all do some shit.
Don't even make no damn sense. And
Lewis and Clark.
But it don't make no sense, and that's the crazy thing. Like they will, it's just blatant, and that's why I'm saying a lot of my black folks, y'all need to be very cautious of this shit, man. Like we need to be cautious of people of other groups. Like be very cautious, man. Stop being so accepting about everything. And I'm not trying to say that to be mean to other groups, but we as black people, we are out here by ourselves. It's a wake up call. We are out here by ourselves because anytime there's a situation like. You would think the Asian folks would have black people's back. Y'all would not be able to send y'all kids to schools. Y'all would not have the opportunities that y'all had if y'all didn't get these black dollars. But y'all murk one of our children, and it's clearly you in the fucking wrong, and you get off, and y'all got the audacity to talk shit to us afterwards. Like, make that make sense.
They give y'all an Asian hate bill. That Asian hate bill pissed me off because we deserve a fucking bill over 500 plus years. Like, God damn.
Should have been done got one. Should have been done got something for black folks, but let's think about it. Nah, they don't want to give us nothing. And black folks, y'all need to wake up to that. Because that was crazy. I've never seen Congress, to your point, Hurricane, I've never seen Congress move so fast and get something
right.
They got that shit done within less than 3 months. In less than 3 months, they got that shit done. Black folks been bitching about the bullshit that's been happening to this country, and it's proven. Even their own federal government agencies prove that what we fucking complain about is true and it's happening. And they ain't did nothing. Y'all motherfuckers got something in less than 3 months. I don't get it. Vanta said respect. Chill. Like I like to say, let's keep going.
Came through and shot it up.
Oh yeah, y'all pay attention to this story right here, because I know ain't nobody heard this shit online.
What? He will always post the stories that these folks don't want you to see. This is crazy though, right? In short, I'm gonna summarize this. A family was at like a cookout, and this white man right here came through and shot it up. Literally, like this was a hate.
Did you hear about this one?
Yup. You heard about that shit and shit fucked me up. It let me know that it was either a cop or just some motherfucker that just want to start a motherfucking race war. It's like, man, why y'all attacking innocent people? That's the shit that pissed me off. It's like, man, they motherfucking doing some family shit, birthday party. It's like, and a motherfucker white guy just blah, blah, blah. Like, really? Really? Like, man, look at that motherfucker. I'm glad no one got hurt.
Yeah, well, he did. He got shot. Well, you don't hear about it. He got shot. But it's like, it is kind of crazy when you really think about that. When you think about that,
I ain't hear the update.
Oh, yeah. He gonna give me. Yeah, he gonna give it to you right here. But think about how crazy that it is. Them motherfuckers going around fucking with people that they don't know that ain't did nothing to them. But they got an issue with us handling some business with somebody that wronged us. Because we do have people in our community that do fucked up shit. We got some fuck niggas. We got some fuck hoes. We got a lot of motherfuckers that do fucked up shit, just like every other community. The one difference about it is we go get that straightening with them. We don't get mad about them doing us wrong and then go harming other fucking people. We go get them. And then motherfuckers talk shit is like, oh man, them motherfuckers fired 30 shots and didn't hit nobody. Because they weren't shooting at the other people that were there, dummy. Like, yeah, they say black people can't shoot, bro. Like, some of the best shooters I saw when I was in the Marines were black people. Now, I ain't gonna lie. There were some white dudes that was like, But when I heard their story, I understood why they could shoot so good. Motherfucker was been shooting since goddamn 6, 7 years old. I'm like, yeah, I see why you got the top expert class on here. But shit, like me, for somebody that never shot a gun before I even got into the military, bro, I was always top 3 every time with these motherfuckers. But the motherfuckers that beat me every time with 2 dudes, like we went hunting in the wintertime, hunting deer and caribou and all that shit. My dad would take me to the range. I got like 4 guns at the house. Like, oh, it makes sense that you beat me, but why the rest of these motherfuckers? Like, come on, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. But either way, though, check this. Y'all gonna get the update on this story. And this is crazy because these people didn't do nothing to this guy. But they don't want to talk about this shit.
Crime. Oh, did y'all hear that? He said, if you in, y'all heard that shit? I'm gonna blurp out the N-word, but listen when he say fuck you.
Joining us at 5 o'clock, I'm Greg Lloyd.
And I'm Carla Heath Sands.
Now, that shooting happened Sunday evening on Autumn Leaf Drive in Leesburg. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says Jeffrey Tyler Kinzer shot at partygoers after a verbal altercation occurred. No one in the family was reportedly injured, and Kinzer was shot after a family member returned fire.
He was charged with aggravated assault. WAOB News 10's Mariah Norman sits down with a witness who says their family.
Stupid ass got popped. You went over there fucking with these folks while they having a birthday party, shot at them like you crazy, and you the only one that got shot. Goofy. Certified goofy.
Was racially targeted.
Yo.
Yeah, all black people stay in the hood, y'all. Look at this neighborhood right here. All black people stay in the hood. Look at that nice house.
Yeah, it's a nice house.
Was this in South Carolina too? What the fuck is going on down here, dog?
This family says they were celebrating a birthday and spending time together.
Hurricane, calm down now. I know you want to go over there and get Clarissa Shields' sister, man. Calm down, calm down.
For a man they identify as the neighbor pulled up and opened fire with an AR-style rifle.
You've got 17 different creative subscriptions, pal.
Oh
Give it
my
a
God.
rest. Envato has unlimited AI generations.
So picture y'all, right? Picture that right out back. Coming to the neighborhood, blasting your horn and shit. But go ahead and say what you was about to say. My bad, Hurricane. Uh-oh, robot again. You robot again. Yeah, you might need to go back to that kitchen. You might need to go back to that kitchen. All right, we're going to get Hurricane back in a second. But I want y'all to picture this, y'all. They out here at nighttime. They just enjoying themselves, minding their business, had a birthday party celebration. And this motherfucker come through the neighborhood doing this. They say this is what we be doing all the time. Check it.
A rifle.
Blasting the horn.
Witnesses say the family was gathered outside for a reunion Sunday night when a car drove by. A white man who witnesses say was Jeffrey Tyler Kinzer was inside the car yelling racial slurs at the group.
So when he's talking junk and he started yelling the N-word, he kept going, so we let him go. And we were just discussing what just happened, why he tripping.
But Green says Kinzer came back, this time wearing armor and carrying a rifle.
Yo. Yeah. You telling my black folks,
and
bro.
then that's when everybody started.
Now, y'all picture that. Think about this. Maybe he didn't like that they had their music up or whatever the hell, because supposedly this guy was a neighbor. Maybe he didn't like that they had their music up. But, y'all can have y'all music up to a certain time, and then, you got to turn the music down. So he decided he going to be the neighborhood police or whatever, ride by there and say whatever he said to him. Obviously, the conversation didn't go the way he wanted because he was out here yelling the N-word and shit. This motherfucker left. Went home and put on body armor. Why you got fucking body armor anyways? Got your guns and came back and just started shooting at all these people. But you talking about my community is violent. Somebody might get robbed and they go find the motherfucker that robbed them and do something to them. Somebody might have put their hands on somebody's mama, a brother, a child, and then they go find them and they do something to them. You went over there to these people, started something, and then came back and shot at him. Like, make that make sense.
Running, he got a gun. All the kids, they was making sure the kids.
Look at all these people running, bro. Look at the kids running, y'all. Women and children running.
Carrying a rifle.
Yo. Man. You telling my black folks,
and
bro.
then that's when everybody started running. He got a gun. All the kids, they was making sure the kids get in the house. And people started taking positions because they seen he had a gun. And I was in the middle of the street. That's when he raised it and fired. Boom. And I grabbed my gun and started
Shot
returning
back.
fire and moving with him.
Green said,
And he hit nobody. And the brother right here took him down, man. Big shout out to him, dog. Big shout out to him.
He's a Marine veteran.
Marine.
He says he was willing to defend his family, including children and older adults who were present.
It was so hurtful. I cried all night. I'm laying outside on the ground through a shootout under a car with my other auntie, my other sister, who is 77, and I'm 62.
70 and 62 out here having to get on the ground and hide to protect themselves because some angry white dude want to come around your neighborhood and shoot it up. But you want to talk about black folks. Like, come on, America. That's why, like, look, my girl, she sit and talk crazy to me all the time. Like, why you always taking that gun everywhere you go? I keep that shit on me because you don't never know when somebody gonna be on some bullshit. And I'd rather be ready to protect myself than be at their will. Plain and simple.
Facts.
Just like when it's
facts. You hear me now?
Like yeah, you sound better now. You sound way better.
Cool. That's what's up.
Yeah, I'd rather go and have y'all judge me with 12 motherfuckers than be carried by a motherfucker just because motherfuckers say shit. It's like, nah, these people crazy out here, man. These people psyched out and they tripping, bro. I keep my shit on me at all times, no matter what. And I think all y'all, if y'all can get y'all a carry, man, get y'all shit and carry it on you, bro. Y'all got family members, y'all got friends, y'all got loved ones, man, bro. You don't know how these people tripping, bro. They tripping, and they don't know how to deal with their own problems. They don't want to look inward; they want to look outward. And they've been doing that since we've been in this country. They look outward. And like for real, I'm trying to tell you, my black folks especially, because that's who I'm talking to. Y'all need to wake up and see this shit. Like, wake up and see this shit, man. Protect your fucking family, protect your own, because fuck all that bullshit. Fuck all that bullshit. He lucky the dude, lucky he ain't dead. That's like on some real shit. He lucky he ain't dead. He lucky he had that body armor on.
Yeah, because he knew black families, they have some gang members in their families that'll shoot back.
Like, some real shit. Be ready on that shit. And I already know what he did when he started hearing them gunshots. He was like, man, he probably ducked down real quick, like behind the car, took a knee, got his shit out, and looked out and started popping. Pop, pop. This motherfucker in the car just probably shooting like Evel Knievel. Just shooting the whole neighborhood up. They talk about we ruin the neighborhoods. It don't look like the black folks in that neighborhood shooting at folks. It looked like somebody else brought that shit around now. But
yep. And to that point, we ain't bring crack or guns to the community in the first fucking place. It still goes back to them.
Make that make sense right there. And a lot of them don't know it. And they sit around and just say, look, you already know every time we bring that shit up, they'll sit around and say that we're just complaining and playing victim. It's like, it's always complaining and playing victim when you the culprit.
Right. And some just call me racist. I'm like, how's I'm racist? I'm calling out the racism.
That's what it is now. It's reverse racism now. When you call out racist, and this is the shit that get me. And I really be trying to get into the psyche of some of these folks that be on that shit. It'll be you calling out some racist shit that happened in America, and they'll call you racist, and you're not even talking about them. You talking about the motherfucker that did the racist shit. It's like I told a lot of people out here being a shield for this shit, talking about I ain't have nothing to do with it. I have nothing to do with it. But every time the conversation comes up, you're running defense for the motherfuckers that are doing this shit. Bitch, you a part of the problem. You are racist, motherfucker, if you feel like you need to defend them. Right. All these gooey, they want to take down our Confederate statues. That's my heritage. So you want to celebrate the heritage of y'all motherfuckers enslaving people and doing all this other fucked up shit. Okay, well, join them then. Join them then. However they label, bitch, you label too. Because obviously you want to align yourself with it, dummy. Like, these people stupid. And they like, I don't understand how people have conversations with folks and they hear that argument presented to them and they don't attack that. Like, attack that dumb shit. That's some dumbass motherfucking logic. You co-signing the shit that they did. Like, come on now. But either way, though, let's keep going.
The investigation is ongoing. Officials say more charges are expected to come. This family says they are just grateful to be alive. Reporting in Lee County, Mariah Norman, WALB, your hometown news source.
So, y'all, we got another story out of South Carolina. I don't know what the hell is going on in my state, bruh. But I've been seeing so many crazy stories. That last one was in Leesburg, South Carolina. This one was in, I'm not sure, but basically, let's let them explain.
Say it again.
They show that bitch a YouTube. Why is this a YouTube?
Hurricane, you might have to go back to where you was again. Right? I don't know what the fuck that shit is. There, that shit keep doing that shit. You see, he was looking for trouble. I think, yeah, he was. And then you got a real slim ball in here. Said two sides to every story. You know, it is. It's always two sides to every story. The question is, which one telling the truth?
Right.
Because honestly, they say there are three sides to every story. That's the old saying. It's like it's their side, and then there's the truth.
Yep.
Everybody ain't too truthful, but try to say something again real quick, like Hurricane. Let me see what you got.
Good, we good.
Yeah, you sound better. You sound better now. You sound better now. But yeah, this right here happened in South Carolina too. Then you was just good and now you ain't. How the fuck does that work? Say something again.
Conversation.
And it man sound like Robot 37 2082. I don't know what the fuck that is. God damn it. Say it one more time. Say something again. Damn it. Go out, come back in one more time, Hurricane. Do it one more time. Maybe something change. Yeah, go out, come back in one more time. I don't know what the fuck this is, man. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Venta said, facts. We got real slims. And this summer heat got the world in purge mode 2026. And y'all notice every time, like with that being said right there, y'all notice every time the summertime comes around, man, look, it'd be a lot of shit going on during the summertime. Now, I know a lot of people say, yeah, because, you know, we're outside and all this voodoo stuff. This heat irritates a lot of folks. A lot of people are not built for the heat. And they get frustrated and they do some things that are not what they're supposed to be doing. But and shout out to Dr. Chocolate. Dr. Chocolate. I don't want that chocolate like Hershey chocolate, Snicker chocolate. I'm allergic to chocolate. Just throwing that out there. But either way, though, let's keep going, y'all. This is South Carolina, man. I'm trying to show you, like, folks, be on guard and be mindful what the fuck is going on. Look what happened right here, y'all. This is crazy right here.
Woman in handcuffs sprinting down a South Carolina road.
Hey, we got a girl over here running for her life.
Watch the woman race toward this semi-truck with a swerving car right behind her.
Seemingly that car was trying to run that person over.
The truck's driver, Anthony Moore, telling me that he was driving Friday morning in Aiken County, South Carolina, when that woman suddenly emerged from the woods.
She ran up to my truck and said, "Please help me. He's trying to kidnap me."
You can see the man here, identified by investigators as 39-year-old Jonathan Willard. According to a sheriff's office report, the victim says Willard approached her while she was out on a walk, claiming to be with the police. He placed her in handcuffs, then into the rear of his car. The victim says she believed him at first, but got suspicious when he kept asking the same questions. Eventually, Willard pulled over, according to the report, and that's when the victim made her remarkable escape, running to the road and to more. Did you for even...
Now, how often y'all hear about black people going to the goddamn areas and snatching up white kids, Hispanic kids, Asian kids, pretending to be the police? I'm just saying though, because we supposed to be, they've been sitting on the internet constantly telling us how bad we are and the things that we do that are wrong. How often you see that happening coming out of the black community? And guess what? She actually followed the rules of what they said. Just comply. Just comply. She complied and had a dude put her in the back of a fucking car in handcuffs. This dude ain't even the police. What do y'all think he was planning to do to that young lady? Like, come on now. But y'all want to keep talking about us. Y'all the motherfuckers that don't even want to address these kids y'all keep touching. You want to cover that all the way up. You want to get a motherfucker that runs on exposing this shit, and as soon as he get in, say, fuck it, we ain't talking about it no more. That's how y'all got people playing in y'all fucking face. Like, come on now.
A split second think this was a legitimate law enforcement officer?
No, sir. His face looked dirty. He was smoking a cigarette, had a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Willard has since been arrested and charged with impersonating a law enforcement officer and with kidnapping after this disturbing scene caught on camera. Jesse Kirsch, NBC News.
This is sad, y'all. And thankfully she got away. That's it for this video, though. I hope you guys enjoy.
And this shit is disturbing. And yeah, Hurricane, yeah, it is probably doing some bullshit because it do be doing the dumb shit. It should, Real Slim said, clap them cheeks, then leave in the ditch. Yeah, that's usually the MO, how they go. Because like we talked about it earlier, Sneeko had to let them know, your women don't want you. Your women don't want you, bruh. Your women don't want you. Like, it's crazy because like we have our situations in the black community where the black men are going in there, black women and the black women going on the black men. Listen, look, we still fucking around here. Regardless of the problems that we have in between our sexes, we still fucking. What's your problem? What's your problem? What is your fucking problem? Because y'all supposed to be the ones that are winning. Y'all supposed to be the ones that are winning. Y'all supposed to be showing everybody and telling everybody you like y'all writing checks, taking names and all this cashing in and shit. Like what's going on over there? And see, Real said she had the Godspeed kick in and hit player maker mode on his ass. Hell nah. Hell nah. Hey, look, I feel you though. Look, I'm glad she got the fuck up out of there. I'm glad she got the fuck up out of there because look, that would have been another story. And once they found out who it was, you already know how it would have went. It would have been another one of them unsolved crimes. They can't seem to solve crimes when it comes to our community and things that are going on, but they could goddamn find a motherfucker in a whole nother country hiding in a fucking hole in the desert. Make that make sense. I really want y'all to think about that. They can't find the murderer, the kidnappers, or the kids that are in our community, but for some reason they can find a motherfucker in another country hiding in a fucking hole. A fucking hole. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I do want to leave y'all off with one more. I've been actually avoiding doing this video for a minute, like covering this one because I'm just trying to figure out a way how to bring it in. And I guess we can bring it in this way because I kind of don't give two fucks. Man, y'all, we doing midday streams now, so we up in there like crazy. We got this situation that's going on overseas. I do got to put this one out there. I ain't finna let it go because Trump been talking real crazy and shit, bro. He don't give a fuck about y'all. He telling y'all he don't give a fuck about y'all. But I want y'all to see something, especially for my black folks, because remember, this is a public service announcement for my black folks. Wake the fuck up and understand that these people playing in your face. And all these goddamn coons that are in our community that want to come out and tell us that you complaining, just work harder and all this shit. We don't have the money for this and all that. So y'all just need to work harder. I want y'all to see what they are doing with the money that they take from y'all. Because remember, y'all, we all taxed. We all taxed. Born into that being taxed. I didn't sign no paperwork. I didn't agree to no contract that y'all supposed to take money out of my fucking paycheck. Because I could just say I abstain from any of your social services. But no, they didn't give me no option on that shit. They didn't give you no option on that. They just start taking your shit and told you if you don't fucking abide by it, we gonna lock your bitch ass up. Like on some strongman bully type shit, kind of like what Austin called trying to be a bully. I want y'all to see something. And shout out to Second Thought for this one, man. Shout out to Second Thought. I don't think I've covered their content over here on the channel before, but we're gonna cover it real quick. Like, and it's not too long a video, it's real quick, but it's gonna break y'all down on something like when people talk about money. Anytime black folks sit around here and talk about we need to get reparations for the things that were done to us, because even though some of these people will sit around and say, well, you weren't a slave, you didn't have to go through that. Bitch, we had to go through redlining. If my daddy wasn't able to goddamn buy a home and build up wealth, take loans out on that limits how much I can actually progress. If my parents are always living paycheck to paycheck, instead of having extra funds to put me in better programs to advance myself with my knowledge and my education, I'm going to be at a disadvantage. But they don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Well, I want you to see where this money is going, y'all. I want y'all to see where this money is going. And let me read some of these comments. Hurricane said, get them. Slim said, facts. We found Sodom in his hole. Yeah, he was in a hole. Laid up in a hole, bro. Laid up in a hole. And see, Vanta said the media is part of the problem too. If they got two similar stories, one white offender, one black offender, they'll show the story with the black offender every time. Every time. Because they know what's going to get them views. They know what the advertisers are going to pay off of. Oh, tell the story where the black person is the perpetrator? Oh, white America jumps on that shit like goddamn a fly on some shit. They jump on that shit, bro. They jump on that shit quick. And we see it all the time. It's the same game playing every time. But Hurricane, did you have any final thoughts on that last shit real quick, like before I play this next video?
Mic check. Do we sound good?
Sound good? Hey, look, you sound good. You sound good right now.
Oh, yeah, but on the last one, yeah, I just wanted to agree with you on it. Like it was kind of crazy. I was trying to get back to the stream. I didn't hit the last part, but But like we already got the gist of it. Shouts out to Vonta, you know, for the comment. Yeah, like, oh my God, I'm trying to keep my composure because I'm really angry about this civil war to pop off. I mean, not civil war, but like race war to pop off, and they doing anything and all things to attack. A lot more devastating than you think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be a movie when it happens. I want to go ham, but
hey, look, I'm trying to keep myself composed and measured a little bit. But after this one right here, you might want to just let the cuffs come off, because I ain't gonna lie, I might after this, because like y'all, this is just a slap in the face to a lot of my black folks. I'm trying to tell y'all, wake the fuck up and understand what the fuck going on. Don't ever let these motherfuckers tell you they ain't got no money to fucking repay the sins for the past. Watch this shit. Oh shit, my bad. Ah, shit, damn it.
Let's get straight to the point. We are still at war.
So we got to start from the beginning.
All right, let's get straight to the point. We are still at war.
War is likely to resume, and the rift between the U.S. and its allies appears to be growing.
And among the many reasons why that sucks, one major thing about war is the billions of dollars going to drones, ships, and now AI companies that'll give us minutes like these. We are going to pay a hell of a lot every single day for the next, who knows, both economically and with real human lives. So with so much up in the air right now, we thought we'd make a quick video to find out just how much it's all going to add up to, and then do a little math to see how we could have spent that money instead. Let's talk about what we know already. The first week in Iran racked up an $11.3 billion bill in munitions alone. Every day since...
6 damn days. 11.3 billion. Just let that sink in. Just let that sink in, because the sad part, people have
fucking much. That's too fucking much. 11.3 billion. That could have went to the poor, the homeless, the middle class that ain't here anymore. Could have went to motherfucking positive institutions. It could have went to fix the water, the air, oh my God.
How about the goddamn roads? How about the goddamn roads? They always talk about infrastructure, roads, and bridges. That always comes up every election. Y'all can't fix the roads in this country, but y'all got 11.3 billion for 6 days of killing people.
Yeah.
We got money to take people off this earth, but we ain't got money to goddamn fucking help people. Let's keep going. And look, Vanessa hit it with the first $1 trillion and now $2 trillion. Yeah, think about that. $1 trillion. That shouldn't even be allowed, y'all. I'm being honest. That shouldn't even be allowed. I believe there should be a cap on your income.
Hell yeah.
I do. I truly do. I don't believe there should be any billionaires.
Should get a fucking NBA salary. If that's the case, give a teacher the NBA salary, like the lowest NBA salary to the teacher.
Like, man. Shit. Like, look, I know people say that's radical for me to say that shit, but I ain't bullshitting, bro. I think it should be a cap. Like, bro, you get the 500 million, bitch, you won. It's like those dudes that take steroids and go to the gym and be swollen fuck, walk around with no neck and shit. It's like, bitch, you won. Get the fuck out the gym, bro. You done. What the fuck are you still in here for? Like, dude, you couldn't spend 500 million in a lifetime, bro. Why do you need more money than that? There should be no fucking billionaires. Bro, with all these people out here starving in the world. All these people getting fucked over. They've already shown, look, we already had historical studies to show that if you put people in a better environment with a better, like, just go from a project that looked like shit, just brick city, and then they redo it and they make it look like regular nice apartments or whatever the hell. People are more productive. There's less crime in the neighborhood. There's less children being born out of wedlock over there. Like, you start to see the change. It's like somebody coming home to a house after working a long, hard day. You come home to a nice, clean house, you are way more relaxed than coming to a house where you got to clean up all this shit, chase these fucking kids and shit. It changes your mindset. It changes your mindset. It's all psychology. And they know this, but they don't give a fuck. These motherfuckers would rather struggle than goddamn be on some other shit. Look, Vince said facts. Check this. Here go. Unless you had something real quick like Hurricane, and I'll read Slim's comment real quick. He said, it's more money to stack on the money for just more stacks on more money. Yeah, true. True. But anything real quick, Hurricane, if I keep playing? Because I know he ain't even made it far into this bitch. I'm tripping. I'm gonna take y'all like Hurricane said, play it. Because he went robot again. It's fucking terrible, Hurricane.
Has been an extra $2 billion on the pile. That is an insane amount of money. It's gonna get a lot worse. Just a month into the Iraq War, Bush revealed it had already cost the U.S. $20 billion, or about $690 million a day. By that point, we'd been in Afghanistan for 2 years with no end in sight. But Bush was confident that Iraq would only take another 5 months or so and $20 billion more, so $40 billion total.
We must stop the terror. Now watch this drive.
Except 4 years later, as Bush was getting ready to leave office, we were still in Iraq, we were still in Afghanistan, and W was going to Congress asking for an extra $190 billion to keep everything going. It was only 20 years later we finally got the real price tag of the war on terror. $14 trillion.
And y'all, really pay attention to this. $14 trillion for this war that we lost.
Sounds not good. Sound good. We start.
Yeah, still a robot-y. I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, we go get Hurricane right. I don't know what StreamYard doing to him, bro. They on some whole shit. But 14 trillion, y'all. 14 fucking trillion. I know it's saying 13 on the screen, but I paused it before he got all the way up to 14. How much could we have done in this country? They're mad at China right now because China has invested so much in the manufacturing, chip manufacturing, product manufacturing, electric vehicle manufacturing. 14 trillion. You ain't got to give none of that shit to the black community for reparations. If you would have invested that money in this country, we would not be sitting around talking about we need to be putting tariffs on other countries. Like some dummies, because the dummies in they party like to believe that shit, like a terrorist attacks on us, you dumbass. But it just takes the incentive away from buying other people's shit. If we would have invested that money in this country, we would have been straight. We would have never had nothing to worry about. But they're so worried about destroying other people and stopping their progress that they're dooming themselves. And I don't think it's no black folks making these decisions, y'all. I don't think it's no Asian folks making these decisions. I don't think it's no Hispanic folks making these decisions. I think we all know who's making these decisions.
The Pentagon spent $14 trillion between 2001 and 2021, about $8 trillion of which went to the 9/11 wars specifically. That is more than the wealth of all these billionaires combined. And we can say with confidence that that money was well and truly wasted. Between 30% and half of the $14 trillion went straight to just 5 companies: Lockheed Martin, Boeing, General Dynamics, Raytheon, and Northrop Grumman. The rest was spent mostly on things like taking care of veterans, poorly for what it's worth, and paying back the war debt with interest, which has already added a full $1 trillion to the bill. And for what? The Taliban went from being in charge to still being in charge. Millions of people died, the US is despised by an entire region and much of the world, and it didn't prevent any new wars from breaking out.
For the people that really don't know the inside shit, like, because we're dealing with this conflict right now with Iran. Iran and Iraq got into a war a little while back, y'all. If y'all didn't know, they got into a little war. And, and the United States decided to back Iraq, y'all. Iraq, the same country that we went to war with. And guess who their leader was at the time that they were backing? Saddam Hussein. And after Saddam Hussein stopped being useful to the United States, what they did, they said he was a terrorist now. They allowed Saddam Hussein to gas people over there in Iran and just sat around and pretended like they didn't see it. And then turned around and called him a terrorist and went over there and killed him. That should be a message for all the other groups that try to align with these folks. They will show you better than tell you that they don't fuck with you. You can be useful for a little while, but once you are not useful to them anymore, bro, you will be everything but a child of God, and they will justify whatever they do to you and your people.
For more on that last point, see any news at all? All right, quick plug, then we'll get back to it. As always, want to respect your time, so here's a timestamp when they do. Sure, there. And it's up if we want perks too to help build projects on a step who are on the fence. Back to the throw another 14 extra big ones down the drain. How would we spend that money? Because we do have money problems. These days, about a third of us are skipping meals to afford healthcare. So let's start there. What would it cost to just fix that? Shockingly, only $290 billion per year. Max. That's it. That's what universal healthcare would cost us at the very most.
Think about it, y'all. $290 billion for everybody to have universal healthcare. We spent $14 trillion. But either way, though, he's gonna make it even worse. He's gonna piss y'all off with how much money that we spend on wars that we can actually use to actually help the Americans in this country, because that's our fucking money. And I can't wait till motherfuckers really realize, like, bro, that's your fucking money that they spending, and they not spending on what you need. When you gonna say something?
For context, Trump just requested that the Pentagon's budget be up to $1.5 trillion per year, meaning we could give the war budget a 20% haircut, still be miles ahead of every other country militarily, and not starve ourselves for aspirin. Universal healthcare is the norm in every single wealthy country and in many less wealthy countries in the global south. It's a system that makes sure that anybody, regardless of how much they make or what they're going through, can see a doctor and get their prescriptions filled at no or very low cost. If that sounds insane to you, it's the norm for billions of people worldwide. Universal healthcare works by saving billions of dollars by eliminating price gouging and the need for useless insurance middlemen whose only job is to deny our claims. Here in the US, getting universal healthcare would mean no more medical bankruptcy, something that 500,000 Americans deal with every year and that affects exactly one country, the United States. For 30% of us, universal healthcare would literally be the difference between getting a life-saving procedure and eating that day. And that $290 billion figure is just the worst-case scenario. According to a painfully thorough Congressional Budget Office report, 4 out of 5 universal healthcare proposals currently on the table would actually save Americans between $42 and $743 billion a year. We'd only add to the budget if we chose the 5th option, which makes it a priority to pay providers and drug companies a lot, doing low cost sharing for individuals, and covering long-term support and services. In every other proposal, including Bernie's Medicare for All, we save money. But if we really wanted to spend on healthcare, since that is the point of this video, we could always just pay for people's medical debt and cancel all of it. That would only be a one-time $220 billion fee, and it wouldn't even make a dent in the Pentagon budget. How many of you watching are struggling with medical debt? How does it make you feel that our government could just pay it all off with the stroke of a pen? But they won't. Sorry, that money's spoken for. Gotta kill a bunch of school kids halfway around the world. Does that make your life better? No? So, what else could we do? Let's do something fun and notoriously expensive, like high-speed rail.
Whoa. What's that?
Yeah, this is about to get them right here. It's another...
Guys.
This is another area where China and all these other countries are whooping our ass, mainly China. High-speed rail is crazy. And I know a lot of y'all probably never even rode on a train, but like you can get on high-speed rail, bro, you can beat, like for me, let's see, like going from like, what's like some good destinations and shit. Like from Cali, Los Angeles, to Houston in like fucking 3 hours on high-speed rail. $60 ticket, one way. Who the fuck wouldn't do that? Go there, get there in 3 hours, get back, boom, have a good day. Nah, they don't want it. And it's honestly, it probably wouldn't take 3 hours. They probably get that shit done in like an hour and some change, bro. But these motherfuckers on some bullshit, but I'm gonna let them break down the high-speed rail.
While countries like France, Japan, China all get to enjoy convenient cross-country travel on bullet trains from the future, we're stuck waiting 5 hours at TSA because it's too expensive. So let's imagine that tomorrow Congress suddenly went crazy. Let's imagine they decided enough was enough and we should replace the entire Amtrak network with high-speed rail. This is not something anybody's asking for. It is not something that makes sense. Every single HSR plan is way more conservative in terms of scale, but let's just be wild. At roughly $130 million per kilometer, according to this graph in Financial Times, the California High-Speed Rail IOS is one of the most expensive high-speed rail projects we have in the US. If we were to match the 21,000 miles of Amtrak lines and build a high-speed rail network of that length at the California HSR costs, the total would still only be $4.4 trillion. It would cost half as much as 20 years of war in the Middle East. Just imagine, those 20 years could have been spent very differently, and by the end of it, we wouldn't have millions of abandoned and suicidal veterans, millions of deaths, and cities all over the world reduced to rubble. We would have a completely transformed country we could actually travel around in. Again, I'm not saying this is a reasonable project. I'm saying that we could have handed the dot over to a coked-up Yimby Numtot with a blank check in 2001 and still have ended up with a more sensible spending program than the Pentagon. I think you get the idea, so let's just do a couple more quick ones. Head Start, free preschool for low-income kids, is only $12 billion a year. Cancer research, $7 billion from Congress a year. Solving homelessness, $9.6 billion. These are all large sums of money, but they are pocket change compared to what we spend killing civilians abroad. We could double, triple, quadruple any of those amounts, and the military wouldn't even notice a difference. Even big-ticket items like free higher education, a plan that would completely eliminate costs at four-year public colleges, would only run $70 billion a year. Even truly ambitious projects like ending world hunger are estimated by the UN to only cost $93 billion. 25 times more money goes missing from the Pentagon's balance sheets every year. Look, the point isn't to say that there's no room in this world for countries to spend on their military. But when just 5 companies get trillions while people starve, our priorities just aren't set right. And I have trouble believing that those priorities are being set with us in mind when those same 5 companies spend $2.5 billion hiring 700 lobbyists. They need wars. We don't. We need good jobs, healthcare, education, housing, clean air, public transportation, all things that can be tackled given an appropriate budget. But no budget like that is ever going to be written so long as we put war criminals in charge. It's time for the gloves to come off, friends. I'm going to speak to you as plainly as I can here. My fellow Americans, look, I don't know where you fall on the political spectrum. We may disagree on just about everything, but I don't think we disagree on this. Everyone, every doctor and waitress, every hairdresser and soldier, every musician and manager, they all know things are getting worse. We feel it every day. We feel it in the potholes on our daily commute, in our rent and mortgage payments at the end of each month. We feel it in the medical bills no other country has to pay. We feel it in the disregard for our homeless, our elderly, our children. Every aspect of our lives is getting worse. And for what? For what? So the people in power can stay in power? So lobbyists can get jobs in government and politicians can get jobs as lobbyists in an endless cycle of screwing the little guy who exists in a completely different world and has to play by an entirely different set of rules? I don't know about you, but none of my friends and coworkers are on Epstein's list. A whole lot of the people in charge are. There is no reason that we should put up with this country becoming a complete hellhole for 99.9% of us for the sake of, let's be honest here, geriatric bureaucrats, billionaire psychopaths, and unaccountable, alleged pedophiles. There is no reason we should allow these freaks to kill our fellow human beings all over the planet for the sake of their wallets. The people they're killing have done nothing to deserve their murder. And even...
He ain't lying about that. Did nothing. On the first day of this so-called military exercise, even though Trump keep calling it a war, even though it's not supposed to be a war because that would be illegal. But we ain't gonna lock nobody up for that. But we'll lock up a kid that had to stab somebody in self-defense for 35 years. You know, that's how we get down. It just gets annoying when you hear this shit. I'm trying not to snap, y'all. I'm doing everything in my soul not to snap because we almost at the end of this bitch. But it's like, bruh, what the fuck are we on? And the people that I need to say to, white folks, what the fuck are y'all on? Because y'all run this. Y'all run it. Y'all always ran it. What the fuck is this? But everybody else is a victim, just claiming victim mentality. They just don't want to pick themselves up by the bootstraps and shit. If you put every problem that we have in this country and the history of this country together, everything would make fucking sense. But for some people, it ain't making no damn sense, right?
And if they were bad people, what gives a country halfway around the world the right to violate their airspace, invade their country, and kill their men, women, and children indiscriminately? So let's be selfish and say,
make that make sense. Matter of fact, where Bernie at? Bernie, I'm gonna get you in here at least one time.
That ain't right. It ain't right.
And we got so many Americans. Y'all, that will sit up in this country and watch us do fucked up shit to other countries and act like it ain't nothing. We're America. It's like, bro, you need to go to hell. Yeah, I said it. You need to go to hell. Bust it wide open. Bring your shorts, because you don't need to have that damn fucking quarter zip on. You're going to get a little hot down there. Take some shorts with you.
Hey, that's our money you're using to kill those people. Spend it on us instead. Are there more principled arguments to make? Yes. Will this one resonate with the average American? Absolutely. I think it's the only one that will. We have seen this time and again. What that says about us as a society, that's for you to decide. But the bottom line is this. If a mass of Americans say enough is enough, stop screwing us so you can play world police, that will materially benefit both our families and the families on the other side of the world staring down the barrel of US guns for no goddamn reason except to keep the rich and powerful rich and powerful. This country is not what we have been told it is. It's time to wake up and realize that.
And guess who been saying that same shit the whole time? Folks that look like me and you. Look, y'all, this was just supposed to be a wake-up call. That right there, like, yeah, that can inform the vast majority of Americans to kind of like what the hell this government is actually doing when it comes to money. And it's just not one it's not one party, y'all. It's both of them. They got warmongers in both of them, so don't feel no type of way for all the people that want to come in. Well, it's the Democrats be on it too, bitch. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I'm talking about the government. I don't like the government as a whole. I don't give a fuck about either party. I just have to, when it gets to certain situations, you got to make a deviation between which one you're going to fuck with. And that's when we had those arguments. But right now, this is the entire federal government, y'all, doing this shit to us. And we got so many goddamn dummies in this country. They can't read at a 6th grade level, trying to be the loudest voices in the room, telling us what the fuck this and what the fuck that. Homeless vets. They love to bring that shit up all the time. I ain't seen no legislation to try to actually hit veterans. Like Jon Stewart from the fucking Daily Show, every year is going out and doing press conferences and going to Congress trying to get veterans from wars paid for the fucking shit they're going through. And every year they shoot him down. They try to say he's a whiny motherfucker. He's just trying to do something for the people that y'all sent to go fight for a war that didn't benefit them at all. And they came back fucked up. Can't get help. Homeless on the street. Then they talk about, oh, they're on drugs. We import so many drugs into this country, mainly because the dominant society loves drugs. Think about it. You don't fucking sell something to people if there's no incentive for them to buy it. You don't go to neighborhoods and try to provide a service if that service is not needed in that neighborhood. America loves drugs. I don't even know how that's hard to even say that. America loves drugs. There's so many fucked up problems that we have that we need to fix. But for my black folks, like, really, be mindful about what the fuck is going on. Don't ever let anybody sit here and tell you that they can't fucking cover what the fuck they did that was wrong. They can't fix it. They can't monetarily fix it. Just look at the priorities. And then what most of us are going to do, because I know this is how most black people are, we're not even going to worry about what's specifically going to be done for us. When it comes to just the economy as a whole, this country as a whole, we care about that shit more than just us, which we need to stop. But all these things he listed, healthcare, tuition for school, goddamn fucking high-speed rail, all these things that would make our lives better, they choose not to. So open your fucking eyes up, y'all. Open your eyes up, pay attention, fucking spread the word to other motherfuckers. And if people talk back on you, man, just tell them to go suck dick, shut the fuck up, get out your face. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. They got a whole goddamn computer in their pocket and don't even know how to use it. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here, man. Look, this has been fun. This has been great. Hurricane said facts. He said Big Pharma, biggest dealers. Yeah, you already know it. Big Pharma be on it, bro. Big Pharma be on it. And they look, that's why they said they spend all that money to lobby. They send all that money to lobby these motherfuckers like, hey, man, we'll give you a cut back here and there if you let these people keep suffering. And these people that y'all keep putting in office don't give a fuck about you, bro. They don't give a fuck about you. And that's how, when you have a capitalistic society where you make everything revolve around money, people can be corrupted easily. If it's not based on morals, bitch, you're going to be corrupted. But either way, though, it's been fun. It's been great, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, turn notifications on, all that in the bag of chips, man. For y'all that watched over on Hurricane shit, make sure y'all do all that over there on his. Y'all see the 3 channels down here below, man. If y'all ain't over on TikTok, come check your boy out over there. We be doing it. We getting it popping. But definitely make sure y'all up on the JVJ Speaks and the JVJ Network. And we probably will be back here tomorrow because we're going to be doing midday streams. I had to cut out the late night streams because I got some shit I got to go do right now. And it's going to take up that time. And I ain't got time for it afterwards. But I mean, like, it's been fun. It's been great. Y'all stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Make sure you keep your strap on you. Make sure you keep your strap on you. And I catch y'all on the next one as always, man.